If that is the case, because ladies and gentlemen, let's drop into Vikendi for our super weekend, the first official match of the day, Group A versus Group B.
Yep, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And what will the community votes tell us? Come on, give some love to other teams. I'm just gonna put Yudu aside.
Yeah, I'm cheering for Resurgence. 4.7.
I'm just gonna say 82.8% of you are wrong.
And what happened to?
Oh, Wendo's taking pot shots here.
Bring on the fire.
But 0% for the Singaporean teams. Come on, guys. Singaporean teams have been doing fairly well, and we want to see AGMT getting that.
0%? Seriously?
Yeah.
0% for both Singapore teams.
Yeah, I think we have to put that into consideration, right? The Singaporean teams hasn't been showing up. They are on the last page as well. A lot of them are at the bottom side. So yeah, they have a lot to prove this week as well. They have 2 days of playing against all the other teams, so hopefully they will be able to stand out.
Oh yeah, then I definitely agree with that. But this flight path is a bit interesting. We're going a bit west of the port all the way down to the south side.
My God.
I wish Choo Choo was here to see this, but I'm fine with this. I'm happy with this, and I'm also happy with the observers lineup. Our observer director Xer alongside his crew, Topcast, Zayang and Yoda. These guys have been amazing.
The last I checked, all 3 of us, we are Team Evil Circle.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jack again?
At least there's
Yeah,
something that I can agree with when, we like
Oh
Evil
my
Circles,
God.
but again, the El Clasico.
Yeah, AGMT, of course, against J8. As you said, we've seen this before, but AGMT has been been getting a little bit better as the weeks progresses. But MQT right smack in the middle, then Xiao is on the 2nd floor, Jerome is on the 2nd floor as well. They should be able to defend this as the rest of them will be coming down as well. J8 still very looking just like they're still looting around. They're not ready to take this fight for both of these teams.
Ah man, this is just like deja vu again and again and again. It's always these 2 teams, but I don't recall the head-to-head, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, AGMT actually won most of the fights.
Yeah, they definitely won most of the fights that they have been, running into J8. And you will never see AGMT and J8 making it into the latest phase of the game together. It is always only one of them, and most of the times it has been AGMT. So I think J8 learned from that lesson, right? The first few times they ran straight at AGMT, they got completely wiped, and AGMT did it flawlessly as well. So with that being said, Rocky is going to take the first few shots from Jerome.
Yeah, they are. As you can see, Xiao is right above a lot of these players, so they will be able to get a vantage point against J8. As he says, J8 now has an inkling of where the players from AGMT are, but they're still not taking the fight yet. They're getting themselves into better positions where they can look around the map. Again, 360 view is very, very important on this map because you often do not get it because of how much these compounds are clustered together. So if you have the high ground, you want to take it. As Dali gets shot here, just a little bit, you should be able to get out of there scot-free.
Oh my goodness, that kind of shot through the building. Wow, how does Xiao even hit those shots? This is such an insane sense that he's using right here that he can show to us. Such athleticism. Oh, it's amazing to see what AGMT... Again, AGMT is a team that they can do everything right, but except for the chicken.
Except for the chicken, right? They have they have the sweet, the spices, they have the seasoning, but they somehow just drop the chicken right before they serve it on the dinner table. But damn QT is breeding right beside Xiao and the rest of AGMT. So this is going to be crucial. If he takes out Xiao, then yes, J8 has a chance. But if Damn QT goes down, then J8's chances will severely be crippled. But Damn QT is just going to retreat back to his team.
Yeah, they should be able to get out of this scot-free for the side of J8. Again, they don't look like they want to take this fight. They don't have anybody on the high ground as well. They are a little bit on fleeing path here as they fall back. And AGMT, it looks like AGMT as well do not look like they want to chase after them. They're playing it a little bit defensive as well.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. But then again, just look at this. There's one team member of J8 seems to be circling around. Looks like they want to take this fight at some point. But okay, maybe not. Now the Vika has been taken. They're getting out here. But can he get out here? Both will be pressured from the other side of AGMT. But okay, I guess it will be all cleared for them.
Yeah, J8, they make the smart choice of driving away. They know that they've looted the compound, right? It's good enough. They don't need to stay there. Vikendi has a lot of places for people to just bunker down. So J8 is not too worried about that. But also great discipline from AGMT. They don't go for the chase down. They just make sure that they have control, and that's all they need. But with this circle at the bridge, you can see Kingsman, they're actually engaged with Dingoes and SMG.
Yeah, there is a fight on all fronts for three of these teams. Gifan coming in the circle as well. They are above Dingos, but as you can see, they are kind of happy with where they are. They are hiding inside Cement Factory for the meantime. Team No Record is one of these other teams which I want to say, I want to talk more about, but it's just that there's not a lot of things that we can say about them, right? They performed well on the second day last week. After that, they kind of fell flat. Every time we see them, they're losing engagement, which they shouldn't have. And yeah, Team Noriko, again, another team that is kind of scary for me to look at, that they haven't been performing well.
Yeah, and they always end up like one last man standing. But again, Stewart 9K, he is such a survivor. He's always that last man standing throughout the later stages of the game, even though his whole team has been wiped out. But look at this, as we're talking about wipeout, Putra, the starman for SMG, is out early.
Yeah, and it's all a product of trying to take on Kingsman, who have a lot of shelter to work with, but SMG, they are still going to try and park themselves near the Kingsman in case anything happens. And in fact, they're going to go towards the coastline. So they are kind of placing themselves at a slight disadvantage because of the terrain, but at least they'll have a place to kind of recuperate themselves after losing that star player.
Yeah, Kingsman is looking better right now. Okay, they've gotten themselves one kill, but we saw this a lot from Kingsman. They fight very early on. Sometimes they win it, sometimes they don't. But in the middle stages of the game, we kind of see them absent. So yeah, that's one of the things that they kind of have to rectify very soon, because getting themselves in the middle stages of the game means that you survive better, you get better positioning, and that's kind of what you want if you're at the last page as well. You kind of, okay, this is what we expect from them, right? The top three teams, we expect from them to get at least 1 or 2 chicken dinners in between 4 days. The second page, we expect them to be in the middle of the pack, maybe getting 5 or 6 place all the time. And the last stage, or the last page, we are expecting them to get themselves more points to chase onto the second page, right? It's very easy for you to kind of know that. So that's why I'm anticipating a lot more chicken dinners here, but I'm not getting that, especially for Yudu.
That's what they call expectation versus reality, right? But then again, talking about reality here, damn cutie putting a lot of pressure on the legs, and now legs.
Oh!
What an explosion there by Pota! Can he get the second one? Damn cutie still putting it out to Tara, but then again, that second vehicle could make a way.
Yeah, and Tara is suffering one casualty. They got out with the rest of the team that is, you can say it's good enough, right? With the amount of fire coming in from J8. And interestingly, Kingston, they are playing with Therma in today. So previously it was Insider and Wolfie, but a bit of a roster swap for Kingston. So hopefully that's going to elevate their gameplay, or at least make a bit of positive shift into the team dynamic. But Tara now making a pit stop after losing lanes. They're going to take a while to mourn for their fallen teammate.
Yeah, it looks like them cuties rotating around as well, getting some information in and around the maps. You can see they're kind of like just at the lower ground, so they kind of have to have somebody above that to see around. Again, 360 very important here, which you don't really get. We saw that early just now when AGMT trying to spray on players from J8, but they just couldn't get them as well because there were so many buildings in between them. So that's one of the things that you kind of want to try and play outside the compound. This is what I'm seeing for a lot of these Malaysian teams.
Yep, we can see that. So we need to wait and see today if there's any changes, because they will be playing multiple groups in one day. But then again, here it is, Team No Recall, the team that's always been mentioned by Wen, to hopefully they can get better placement, better kills, because it's just not working out for Team No Recall somehow.
Yeah, and I think by putting Stewart 9K in, it definitely will impact how Team No Recall plays this. I think they previously played with Raymond. I think Raymond is also an exceptional player, right? But at the state of the team right now, they definitely need some sort of leader. They have the experience of Ryan, one of the only players that have played from the Taiwan region. So right now, I think when you have that kind of experience and a reliable in-game leader, it definitely is going to help you to elevate your gameplay a bit more.
Yeah, EV is another team that we're looking at as well. Right smack in the middle, on the last page. I think they are last.
They are last.
Yeah, they are last. They are still last.
Yeah, FV is one of the teams which, when we see them in the middle stages of the round or the map, they kind of get themselves there, but with kind of like just 1 or 2 players, right? So one of the things which they can do better is that they're getting themselves into the final circle, but you kind of want more bodies into it, because it just increases your chance of survivability. You just want to have a little bit more players around. So maybe if they don't take these early engagements, which they kind of lose out on, maybe bring a lot more people towards the 5th and 6th circle, maybe they get them a little bit more chance. But as it stands, every right smack and last not looking too good here.
Yep, and this is the airdrop here, which will land right in the middle of nowhere. I think this was a new update that people don't really know of, which is inside you may find harpoons, something for the mermaids and the fishes. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
they drop in the middle there. But then again, what's for sure is that you can catch the PMPL loot. Don't forget to like and follow PUBG Mobile Esports Malaysia while you're at it. Punch in the code Budapest JT.
That was close. That was close.
That was very accurate. I like it. I like it. I'm learning from Sir Cloud.
Thank you.
So if you have voice recognition technology, that's what you need to say to get the code. Code Hunter said, do keep that in mind. But Taran, they lost Muffin again to Kingsman. So Kingsman now actually on a tear, right? Lynx died to to JA, Muffin died to Kingsman, SMG, the team that also lost their star player Putra to the Kingsman. These two teams, they are feeling a bit of a grudge, but Kingsman are very well anchored down in that safe compound.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing way different than what we saw on the Thursday and Wednesday as well. A lot of these teams already got themselves into a compound very early on. This is what PPG did in the first and their second game in Candy as well. Got themselves right smack in the middle of everything, where people are just fighting around. But they got themselves one compound, which kind of favored them for the last 3 circles. But I don't think that you can kind of just play on that, right? It's kind of luck, too much luck being brought into it. So yeah, back to the game, easy, right at the beach. I'm not too sure where they're going right now. It looks like they are, for now, playing it very safe towards the end or towards the eastern side. FV is right in front of them. You can see all these teams already inside the circle. Net Brotherhood have yet to make their way there, but they have an easy entry as well because AKA is above them in winery. They should be able to follow the road, and if they do follow the road, they will be meeting up with Yudu and Tara as well. So a few fights that we'll be beginning to see after this.
Now, this circle is actually very interesting because it actually splits between the two islands. So if it goes north or south, depending, that will be very tricky for these teams. But here is it, ladies and gentlemen. Jumper is somehow all alone for Yudugang. I'm not too sure where the rest of Yudugang are, but this is a fight that he doesn't want to take for sure.
Yep, and he also saw on the kill feed, Bota got taken out by AGMT and Jumper driving past it. Xfinity! Loses the fight, but it's okay. Bot is there and Jumper, well, gets punished by SMG.
Now it looks like J8 wants to fight with AGMT as well.
Again?
They're pushing in, but it looks like JS already won one play along the line. Rocky's bringing them down as well, but Shao will be able to hide for the meantime. AGMT has the upper hand here, but damn Cutie wants to have a kill of his own. Will be able to finish him off as well. Ninja still hides inside Shao as well. Looks like damn Cutie wants to go in for the fight here.
Oh, we can see here now that Xiao is in the building and Zolly's on the outside. Damn Cutie trying to help his teammate at this moment. Can he go for the revive? Yes, he probably can do that. Xiao is still proning, waiting for the right moment. He tosses out the smoke, and now Zolly will. Oh, look at this. AGMT, they are being surrounded now, and now J8 is moving in. Xiao will revive, but there you go. Xiao being taken down, and now AGMT is falling apart. Jerome goes on the outside. Can he find his target? But then again, Bota with the last thing about AGMT is out of here.
Oh man, JA surviving with Bota. Bota was a bit lucky. Maybe being knocked down first didn't really help JA. They finally got the revenge, but Yudu, they're not happy with SMG.
Oh,
but
what?
they're gonna get wiped. SMG says, do not enter my compound, and Yudu bows out at 15th place.
I gotta say, this is what we really expected when you do that. Always losing out in the middle stages of the game. That's where most of their points come from, 8th, 9th place. We see that a lot, but this time around, very early on, SMG taking the fight onto Yudu as well, wanting not to fall back. They fought Yudu head on. They lost Jumper very early on, and the rest of them just kind of crawled through and got disintegrated. I'm not too sure what was Yudu's plan, but it didn't work out.
I get it, what they were trying to do. They want to get as many kills as possible by taking out the entire combo. But the fact that Jumper went in alone first, it's uncoordinated. If they all went in together, it could probably be fine. And he went in right in the middle.
Yeah, and that reminds us of what happened yesterday between AKA and Steelhearts, right? It was almost the same reenactment when AKA lost 3 members to Steelheart because they made this really funky attempt to take over a compound with no coordination at all. So unfortunate for Yudu that it's deja vu for them. And for AGMT, well, that was just J8 outclassing them in that scenario. But you can say that AGMT gave them a run for their money.
Yeah, you can say a little bit more about Jumper. I think that's the ring rust, right? You don't play as much, so you kind of like don't have yourself in the groove of things. Yeah, it looked a little bit uncoordinated, but it was like he was the only one that was out there.
Yeah.
The rest of them were coming through as well. But yeah, without information, I don't think that you should hit a compound that strong or that aggressively because Jumper went inside all alone. But never mind, let's forget that. Just look at the circle right now. He's right smack towards the northern side. Most of the teams are already inside there except for I think Ned making a long rotation from the sides of the water. And Dingo's right smack in the middle as well. So this is the time where you kind of have pick where you want to cross, right?
Yep.
Where you want to stay for the meantime. Because for the next circle, you want to be able to kind of predict where it's at. But as it stands, it could go either way.
And I'm really liking where Dingoes is at the moment. They are at the bridge, and we have seen in Erangel where Dingoes, they can hold on bridge fights, especially when Team Secret try to cross. So teams who want to go there, they will need to face the wrath of the Dingoes. So they are in a very good position at this point. This kind of circle will force all the teams to actually move towards the right-hand side of the island.
Yeah, and the best part for Dingoes is that they have the necessary scopes to actually look across the bridge, so they might be able to sneak in some kill steals along the way as Kingsman takes the brunt of the migration, but Resurgence Iron Pro going for a little bit of a dive there. Resurgence taking an unorthodox route. They know that with the circle being in this stage, it's not going to be easy to make a rotation. Third airdrop right outside GeekFam's compound with the AUG A3 and a suppressor. That is pretty juicy. Snipes might just get his hands on that.
Yeah, I gotta say that Geek has been looking extremely good throughout the last weekend, throughout this week as well. Got himself, if I'm not mistaken, got himself chicken dinner yesterday as well. So yeah, Geek looking very good here. But as it stands, Tara up and downs as well. I think Net is one of the teams which they kind of scratch their way back towards the second page, but still not looking confident or still not looking consistent as well. So we're going to have to see whether Net can take down Terra here. They're quite close towards each other, but it looks like Net playing it a little bit more safe for the meantime, playing around the smoke as Terra's Lyrian and White House are inside the house.
Oh, not good news for Tara right now. Net is getting closer and closer, and of course Psycho is playing for Net Brotherhood at this point because here they have gotten themselves up on the high ground. Now they toss out the nades. Oh, this is not good. They will flush them out, that's for sure. And now Net, they have the numbers advantage. They managed to get one knockdown there, we can see there. And there's one more in the house. Atai trying to find a good entry point there. The Molotov doesn't help him, but then again, it's not going to be hard for him to go inside. Wild Horse have been taken out. There's one more left. Atai with the spammer. Atai have been knocked out. Only a little bit more. He needs to go and finish it off, but there you go. This is official. Tara is out at 14th place.
Yeah, we gave Tara a lot of credit over Net Brotherhood, but this time Net Brotherhood comes out on top. They take out Tara in 14th place, but of course Tara, a bit unfortunate. They lost two members early on, one to J8 and one to Kingsman. So fighting with them meant this advantage was definitely detrimental to them. With Net Brotherhood now taking over their compound, they are still overlooked by Kingsman. And at the same time, you have AKA on that hill who have a potential to intervene whenever needed.
Yeah, they are actually in a very precarious position. They have a couple of players right behind them as well. If I'm not mistaken, what is that? It's the SMG, if I'm not mistaken, by the sea. So AKA is coming in for the fight as well. They have to be careful taking fights on all angles. They are inside compounds as well. So again, playing in compounds means that you don't have all angles around you, but as it stands, it's a little bit more safer. And it looks like a lot of these Malaysian teams are taking that route.
Yep, compounds definitely going to be very important in Vikendi. But the thing is that, well, we need to wait for the fourth circle. It will likely to still go to the right side of the map. That will really force all the teams, including teams like AKA, as we can see here.
Yeah, if the circle moves towards where Dingo are at right now, it's going to be pretty bad. But luckily, this circle is still pretty kind to the teams who have gotten themselves the area around the bridge. Now, Team No Recoil, they are actually smack right in the middle alongside Geek Fam. You have Marlena towards the southern side, We Star Expert as well, getting their territory along the coastline with Resurgence. They made a swim early on near Castle, so they will be on the outskirts of Volnov. So that's pretty fine for Resurgence. They can join in later.
Yeah, they can come in a little bit late, as you say. They have free entry as well for the side of Resurgence. They just don't screw it up. Hopefully for Resurgence, as upon entry, because sometimes we see that they kind of rush things a little bit. Sometimes they take fights they can win, but they kind of rush their moves. So hopefully they'll be able to take that fight. As it stands, it looks like We Star has a very big compound to play with. There's nobody around them as it stands. Then the closest towards them is actually across the river as well. So yeah, We Star looking pretty good here. They have 4 players as well. Not too sure where they're heading for now, but it looks like they'll be able to stay here for a long time.
I still think that this circle is super tricky because as we go to like maybe the 7th phase of the circle, it will be so small that it can go to either side still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so when it starts doing that, then, well, enjoy swimming, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly, and it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. So the teams who are guarding the bridge right now, you got to pay the toll if you want to drive past. You can see the Gray from afar. Superland saw that, but it's not going to be his. AKA is the team that We Star Experts need to worry about. So we last saw AKA on a compound on top of the hill. They got to start moving down pretty soon. So We Star Experts might get a clear shot on them.
Oh, look at this. So it's so congested here. We have Marlino through Onir towards water. TNR is right smack in the middle. Geek Fam is right there as well. So yeah, for the meantime, all these teams do not look like they want to take each other out. But as it stands, look at TNR pulls the first trigger to take one down.
Yep, and there you go, the captain of Team No Recall actually putting up the long-range shots. He is really good sniping. He's a really good sniper. So still at 9k, managed to get the knockdown to Carl, but then again, they are on the other side. No way for them to siege down the side of We Star, but they may not want to do that first because this is the tricky part. The circle still contains this river that it still can go on any side.
Yeah, and right now you gotta pray a bit if you are the teams on the edge, because at one point, if the circle shifts away from you, that is where you gotta start and make the move. So we gotta take a look at the circle right now. And Lord bless TNR and Dingoes. They chose the right side, literally the right side. We now have Kantra and Hot Springs within the circle. It's going to be a very tricky drive from the for the Western teams.
Yeah, actually SMG is heading towards that direction. I think they're in boats or they might be swimming there, but Net is behind them. KGM, of course, both of these teams have yet to make their move towards the circle. If they enter towards the bridge, they will be fighting against AKA as well, with Dingoes holding towards the other line or towards the other end of the road. So they have to be careful entering this circle because it's so highly congested as SMG is swimming away, getting themselves into the circle.
Oh man, we did see that resurgence. They did swim just now, so yeah, not true, but hang on to that first. J8 looks like they'll be sieged wrong by Easy. And now two team members of J8, they are down at this point. And now Easy will be easy cleanup for them, taking out two team members of J8. But they get Rocky as well as Mota. They are on the other side of the road, outside the safe zone. Pressure onto them. Vehicle exploded. Rocky down to 50% of health.
Yeah, and these two members from J8 have been the star players so far throughout Vikendi. But with two members down and they're up against the full squad of Easy, Alec is not going to be simple at all. Zali gets finished off. The MQT is going to be cleaned up as well, or he's just going to bleed out regardless of whatever the circumstances is. J8, they will need to try and hold their ground against Easy LX.
Yeah, we said that before, right? Crossing the road is one of the hardest things to do because you're out in the open, you're going to get flushed by all the other teams which are surrounding you. But as it says, that J8 has yet to make a move here. Easy is still looking on towards that horizon, looking on towards J8, but J8 have yet to make a move. And Easy, they have to decide here, do they want to stay outside here or do they want to get themselves into a better compound? Because they're right smack at the edge and the entirety of the compound is not actually contained inside the circle.
And actually, Stain is the one who knocked down Bota from afar, from outside of the screen. Wow, now a lot of pressure on the J8. I'm not too sure what they can do to actually get away from it. They don't have a vehicle. The blue zone is behind them. They don't have the safe zone, and it's such an open place. So J8, I worry for them.
Yeah, at the moment they show their face, Geek Fan will start taking shots at them. Easy, Alex is already looking straight at J8. Bota is down to red again because of the nade. Skizzo just tossed out one as well. It's not going to connect onto any members of J8, but Rocky is not having a good time. Geek Fan is constantly shooting at these members of J8, and I believe their time is limited. Rocky will eventually get shot by the members of Geek Fan again. The kill feed is lighting out with Restart Expert taking on two teams at once, but Rocky will be down by Saint. Eventually, an Easy LX should be able to clean this up.
Yeah, we said that about J8, right? We saw them very early on taking fights, but after that, it just kind of simmers down, and then they kind of get themselves in trouble where they enter the side where there's 2 or 3 teams aiming on towards them. There's no real way for you to exit that, and as it stands, he has to cross the river as well, so there's no real exit for him. But look at this, Net Brotherhood, Kingsman, aka Dingoes, all on the single bridge.
Yeah, and if you are Dingoes, you are going to be happy with this one.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely happy. You have one team member, Dingoes, there just keeping eyes on the other side. But look at this, Wolfsy, there's nothing much he can do. He can just do the backflip and that's about it. And now Low Yu trying to find a way out to the other side. But then again, up in front of him, there are more teams waiting for them. So it's just so tough. There's actually 3 teams at the bridge.
Yeah, and Dingo is just literally, this is a shooting gallery for Dingoes. Dingoes are just shooting anyone who dares go up the bridge. We saw Resurgence, they are actually brute forcing through Marlino, so they might be able to survive the onslaught and drive through the blue zone towards the eastern side of the the island, but AKA, they are the first one to make it onto land with the Dingoes. Not that healthy as a Kingsman back, also trying to get some shots onto Arsenal. You should be able to see it. This is a swimming target. Come on, back, get him. That's a free kill for the Kingsman.
Yeah, Net is finding himself in a lot of problems here. Vex also, it doesn't seem that he can escape from this place. It's very hard for him to do so, but it stands. It looks like he's going to pick himself up. A little bit more loot as he enters the circle. KGM, Kingsman on top of the hill, or closer towards the bridge than AKA is. But Cabo is all alone here. Vex is coming on towards him as well. So AKA have the upper hand taking this fight.
Oh, but check this out. Here we go. Ryan with the spray. Goes out to kill me. Managed to get the knockdown. Now coming from behind. Ryan with that jump shot. And there you go. Finishing off them. And there is it. Team No Recall still holding on to this compound.
Yep, still 2 more members alive for Geekfang. You have Sane and Snipes. Ryan, he's trying to hold everything on his own. He does have the micro Uzi to work. We just gotta look at the right angle as Snipes is staying jumping around outside the compound. Ryan gets the shot in and is down to Snipes, the final member of Geekfam to keep the hopes of the team alive on Vikendi. But it's not gonna be easy though. Dingoes, now they join in the game.
Yeah, TNR already lost a lot of players in the meantime as Snipes is left. All that's left for the side of Geekfam. Ryan gonna try and pick up his friend there, but he's getting shot as well. Snipes have to hold on. He's gonna try and throw the molly in as well. Stewart gets dropped for the side of TNR. They're left with Ryan as the molly comes burning him. He should be able to survive it, but he's gonna try and throw a net off his own. General fighting angle so far so good. Doesn't seem just yet. We'll be able to throw it up. But now he has to go out and fight this, but Snipes is out on the outside as well. He can't really fight this, Ryan. If he goes out the door, Snipes gonna spray him down, but he has to hold on. He's gonna try and survive behind the wall, but he's gonna spray down. Ryan very low here. Snipes gets taken out. Geekfam are out at 10th.
Oh man, Ryan with that pose, he's just showing that he's the gunman right now. But yeah, just look at this, not over yet. Low, you trying to get up second round, but then again, small boy, the star man for RNG managed to get a kill on it. They need to move forward, but in front of the Dingoes right there, still waiting for the dunk with the spray goes down to 10% health, putting a lot of pressure onto RNG. Iron Brand without doubt. The second one, small boy, is out as well. And there you go. Unfortunately for Resurgence, they are out.
It's a good run for Resurgence. They got through Marlino. They reached the Dingoes, but Dingoes were just in such prime position. It was almost an impossible task for them to go to. But yes, TNR Ryan, the only survivor for Team No Recoil. Chitty chitty bang bang, they say. As Net Brotherhood, they're probably gonna bow out to the blue as Is has nowhere to go. So we are on the northern side of the hot spring with this final circle. Flash Vision. This is as far as that's made it throughout the entire league in an official match as compared to the show match. So maybe Flash Vision have a chance. They lost X-Arm, but they have 3 members to work with.
Look at where TNR are. After Easy R though, they are right smack on towards the eastern side. They can enter to a circle where there will not be any resistance for them, but FV right now will be overrun by Dingoes very soon. Dingoes have 4 players as well. FV with 3, they are going to try to hold on, but Sun going to try and push the line as Bravo will join them as well.
We can see it looks like Dingo's getting closer and closer to FV, Saitama, Zack, as well as 4-2-0. They need to fend off the Dingoes, but the Dingoes, they are outside the safe zone, so they will be forced to take this fight. Definitely, they're not going to get away from this fight. It's outside the safe zone as well, waiting for the right moment. Saitama decides the Dingoes. They will put some pressure, but then again, on the left side, they will be sieging in.
Yeah, Saitama, he has no idea that the Dingoes are trying to flank him as well. So Flash Vision, they need to make sure that the flank wash is perfectly arranged, or else the Dingoes will start overrunning them. So Bart actually swam across the ocean to be able to make it into the safe zone to get that placement point, but their time is limited. Bravo even has the ghillie suit. You can see Nungi opens the door. That is going to be a clear shot right in front. He tags the members of Flash Vision, but it's not enough to take him down. That means Bravo now gets the green light to go for rotation as Sand. He's going to be on flank wash and he sees Ryan.
Yeah, Dingoes, it looks like they're fighting on both directions, but FV in a lot of trouble here. The net comes flying out. I think we'll connect by seconds. FV are out here. Their hopes and dreams were there, but it gets fallen through the fingers. Oh no, Dingo still very much alive with 4 players here.
That was such a shame there. He had it in front of it, but he didn't do the pre-fire. If he did the pre-fire, he'd probably get that knockdown.
Yeah, and Nungi he killed 2 birds with 1 stone. A nade onto the second floor and an instant reflex onto Zack rushing in. Bart, he does have the medkit, but the Dingoes are waiting for him. He's just running into the mouth of literally the wild beast. So Bart, he Yeah, he's out. Goodbye. Dingos, they are definitely going to get him, but he survived for long enough. Bowing out in 4th place, that is decent placement points for SMG.
Yeah, Dingo should be able to get this if they hear Bart, but at the meantime, they have to be careful with Easy, which has a range or have angle onto him, Ryan across the road as well, but he's getting shot. They know where he's at, but it's Bart who will be behind them, will be eliminated here at 4th place, leaving Easy with 3 players, TNR with just 1, and Easy with 4 players still alive.
Oh, Ryan.
What a circle.
What a circle. It's away from all these teams. Ryan is the only team member left for Team No Recall. Not only that, he needs to cross the road. And the moment he crosses the road, Easy or Dingos will be waiting for him. And now the Dingos, they are closer to the circle. Easy, they need to make that move in.
Yeah, and Dingos, they can smell blood. We're definitely going to get a team that gets their 2nd chicken dinner of the entire league. All these teams so far, maybe except for Easy. Easy has multiple chicken dinners already. Dingos have 1, TNR has 1. But it seems like the chances favor Dingos and Easy LX a bit more. So Ryan, he just got to work with time. He does have those smoke screens. It's going to create a blockage in line of sight. Maybe Ryan can make a dash through, but Easy is not going to make it easy for them. As the Dingos, they do shoot feet.
Yeah, Ryan is actually getting himself to the car, but he's getting sprayed upon, but that will get that kill. It leaves Easy and Dingos both 4v4 here, but as it stands, it looks like Dingos has the upper hand. They have the circle with them. Easy has to push through as well. There's so many smokes on the battlefield. Push through in, but not gets dropped here. Mid Alex will try to push through as well. The rest of Easy are converging onto him.
Easy is now pushing it again. Managed to get the 2nd knockdown. And now Bravo is all in front. Can he actually hang on for his team, buy some time on them? Because AG is trying to battle his teammate, but they get a lot of pressure. AG is knocked down as well. Bravo, last man standing. Easy is going to go for the rush, and there you go. They going from behind. They want to secure all those kills. Bravo is in the middle. They can't see him. He is right smack in the smoke, and Bravo managed to get 1 knockdown.
Bravo hits 1. He needs to get 3 more, but it's too late. Easy LX. This is the 3rd chicken dinner, and they're going to get it off of cleaning up Dingos. Perfect execution.
Oh man, easy. It wasn't easy for them. They were further away from the circle, but then the moment they get that 1 knockdown, they rush in with the vehicles. Confidence.
Yeah, that's really hard for them to be in that situation, right?
And Irango.
So here we go into our 2nd map of the day of regulation. It will be Wrangle here. A versus B. Anything can happen. Anything goes. And there it is. You do again. Heading the chart at 74.1%.
Whoa!
I'm happy to see that it has dropped 11%. And Easy is right there with 10%. Easy showing them the fight.
Wait, they hijacked 10% of Yudu's vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like it. But Flash Vision, still 0. Kingsman, still 0.
Come on, guys.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Even HGNT got 0.4. I am okay with that.
I gotta say that they need a little bit more love to perform, guys. Come on, the love from you guys at home. Shower them with your love. Give them a little bit more morale going into this game. But we are in a wrangle here as Flag takes it from the Primos towards Severny. And it's going to be I think it's kind of a fair drop for a lot of these teams. It's right smack in the middle. Everybody can get where they want to be, and they should be okay.
Yep, they should be okay, except for a couple of teams that like to drop on the right side of the map, notably J8. Their home ground is in Novo. So just looking at the drops here, so Dingos like to take the military base, but Novo is just too far for J8. So they may want to drop on the roads, try to get vehicles, move on to Novo, or fight Dingos, which very likely they won't. But hang on a second. Hey, the Observer lineup. Thank you so much to our Observer Director, Xer, as well as Zai, Topcast, Nyek, and Yoda for bringing us the action on ground.
Yeah, you guys can follow them on their social media. The handles are right there. They are smashing the records with their games. Observe. But yeah, it's interesting, right? The southern side, the military base, and Novorevnoye is J8's favorite spot, military base occupied by Dingos most likely. And Net Brotherhood, they love Primos and Ferry Pier. But
wow.
Chip it's going to draw first blood with that Deagle straight into Schizo. Actually, the revolver into Schizo's head. That's the first kill for AKA.
Yep, gaining some ground here. AKA one of these teams where I think you guys have been talking about as well. AKA looking a little bit better in the coming towards the last days of last weekend. A couple of days of them this week, they're looking better as well. So as it stands, AKA one of these teams, I think Chu was saying a lot of praise as well towards AKA, but as it stands, if I'm not mistaken, they only got themselves 1 chicken dinner for the last week.
I think they got 2, right? In total?
Oh yeah, 2.
They got 2 in total, yeah. I'm surprised that Wolves is now playing in because they've been swapping around, I think, Wolves and Snap. think a bit of MQD as well. But
But
X-Arm is gonna find a free kill again. It's Lynx. Oh, he has not had a good day so far.
That's so lucky for Envy, right? They need all the kills they can get. All the splinters, all these players dropping onto spirit places. You kind of want to get yourself there and get those kills very early on. At least a couple of bumper kills, right? Like 1 or 2 gives you a little bit more space or a little bit more breathing room. But Envy is one of his teams, though, looking very scary for them on the third page.
And also just to note that Grim, the captain of FV, is also not playing in this round. So it's allowing his team to play just to try and see if they could probably get better placements and stuff like that. And this is a team no recall. We always talk about them, and they are still holding the same lineup from the previous game where Ryan, the Starman, is still in this.
Yeah, and I think they are probably in the same boat as Yudu Gang, when Yudu Gang replaced Manparang with Jumper, and Team No Recall, they replaced Raymond with Stuart 9K. Now you have this man that likes to play in the front line, likes to be forward and be a bit more aggressive, and that really changes the dynamic of the team, because if you remember before Stuart 9K, it was Raymond, right? So Raymond plays with his team a bit more, just like how Manparang always sticks with Drax. That change has not benefited these two teams that much, especially Team No Recall, as they are regarded as the least overwhelming team compared to Yudu Gang.
And it's also interesting to note that actually Team No Recall, they actually take Pochinki. Now that Team Secret is not playing in this round, it's quite rare to see that, teams actually wanting to take Pochinki, because it's always scary. You always bump into some other teams, but that's a good start for them.
Yeah, I think going back to J8, right, one of these teams, you say that they kind of survive towards the middle stages of the game, but it's all due, I've been seeing this a lot of the places that they drop, nobody actually drops it towards J8, so that's how they survive the first onslaught of it. Other than that, they kind of meet 8 GMT, but other than 8 GMT, they don't really drop wherever anybody's at, so that's why I think they survive longer for the start of the game. But Saitama right now will be overrun maybe by Voki. No, Voki actually passes just by him, and Saitama says goodbye.
That's a smart move. Just do not anger Resurgence. Voki likes to go for a drive. Most of the time is either Voki or Iron Pro, but Voki likes to do this kind of drives. Just scout out for his team, is secure the compound. He's also one of the players that on Resurgence's side is a bit more self-sustainable. They don't really worry about Voki too much, just like how Iron Pro is sent out on its own little mission. If you are Flash Vision right now, you definitely don't want to take the risk.
Yeah, kind of have to play a little bit more passive. And SV, of course, one of these teams like PPG as well, we don't see them winning any of their early engagements, so they can kind of evade it for the first few minutes at least. But as it stands, Resurgence will not be finding them. SV will be okay for the meantime. They are in one car.
You know what? Teams like Flash Vision and PPG, those who don't really do well in close quarters combats or team fights, they might as well stay a distance and take those long-range kill steals. That's the best that they can do for now.
Yeah, you can see Flash Vision now, they are driving past the compound where Woki is in, so I'm guessing the Saitama didn't have enough information. But with where they plant themselves right now, you have 8 GMT right beside where Flash Vision is. And Flash Vision, because they split out their manpower, they gotta be a bit careful.
No, let's see a couple of things coming in towards Flash Vision side. They have to be careful here. They are spread apart a little bit through this town. So they have to be careful here as Woki is driving again. Okay, now it's easy. Back to easy. They both have cars. Nobody around them as well. So yeah, a lot of these teams looking like they're not ready to fight very early on. We saw this in, at least on Thursday and on Wednesday, every time they would play a Wrangle, they kind of play outside of the compound. So I'm hoping to see that a little bit more because it makes for fantastic viewing. But as it stands, they're all hiding inside their own compounds. And Easy's coming in from the southern side. Most of the teams are already inside. TNR this time around will be inside as well. Net a long way to cross. Dingos as well as J8, and J8 dropped where they usually drop, so they knew that they had to make a track. This time around, Dingos will not be reaching that. Okay, they are reaching. They're going to reach the bridge first, and this is what we see from Dingos. A lot of this game, they did it on Sandhawk, they did it on Erangel as well. They always bridge camp, so I think they're going to be doing one as well here, and going to try to stop J8 from crossing.
It's going to be interesting to see if the Dingos actually want to take a fight with J8. It's very clear that these two teams, from wherever season, they always drop at the same point. So the Dingos definitely know that J8 is on the other side. But J8, who will make it past the bridge first? Looks like J8 is on the way right now. And this is another team that they're smiling all the way to the circle because the circle actually falls on their head. Yudu Gang.
Yeah, and I think Yudu Gang, this is probably a more interesting map because they normally want to take the Gatkar Mountains, but because of where the circle is, they actually ended up in shooting range, or the vicinity of shooting range pretty early on into this round, so it might change the dynamics of how Yudo approaches this round. But you can see J8, they are already crossing the bridge, so no conflict with the Dingoes. J8, they not sure. I don't think they are going to try and camp the bridge like what Dingo does. Oh, actually, they are. They have Zully right there. So Dingoes now might run into a pretty rude awakening.
Yeah, it looks like J8 are not taking that fight. They're not going to try and breach camp. I don't think they have any inkling of where Dingoes are at the meantime, because Dingoes can rotate towards the western bridge as well. But as it stands, it looks like J8 will be getting out scot-free. They will not be meeting anybody anytime soon. And yeah, J8 is looking okay this time around. Not seeing AGMT, but AGMT seeing easy this time around. As Fit gets sprayed down, but it looks like Easy will be able to get out of there scot-free.
Oh, and we see now Ninja on the other angle, now trying to get a knockdown onto Min, and now Min is now down to 50% of health. Easy, need to find a compound to rest and relax.
Yeah, Ninja actually holding onto that trigger finger. He's not firing a single shot, so his teammates are actually the one trying to take Easy LX out, but Min will be able to recover himself. They managed to park themselves in this very small, in these small wooden houses, so Easy LX finds a place to take a breather, but with the knowledge of AGMT near being around them, they have to be on the lookout.
Yep, Easy. Again, they won themselves a chicken dinner, and they look way better than starting off last week. Through the weekend, they got themselves a lot of notable top 8 finishes as well. So yeah, Easy is one of the teams I would like to look at where they win a lot of their early engagements, right? We saw that when was it? When they won their first chicken dinner, they had to go through 3 teams before they get themselves into this final circle. So yeah, we know that they can take team fights, but as it stands, is it the way to go here? Because Yudu Gang is the other team that's not taking team fights, which they always take. But this time around, they are slowing things down. So do they follow what they are Yudu's trying to do, or do they follow their own flow?
Yeah, we'll need to wait and see now. Now, so far, the circle really is favoring onto the side of Yudu, but look at this, the airdrop right in the middle of nowhere. But, well, it's not nowhere. You gotta go and catch the PMPL loot here. Like and follow PUBG Mobile Esports Malaysia while you're at it, and punch in the giveaway code, which sounds like Budapest.
Ooh, that was so close to what I thought it was going to sound. You're so correct.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Circular is getting better and better every day.
Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect, yeah, exactly. If you hunt the codes enough, then you're going to be an expert code hunter. But Yudu Gang, they actually have relocated themselves from shooting range to Severny, which is pretty much in the circle, so playing a bit slow, unlike their usual aggression where they just crash parties. This time, they are not going to attend any house party without any invitation. But Geek Fam, they are also making moves. They are playing along the coastlines, looting up, and it's pretty rare to see Geek Fam not taking a single shot so far. While Snipes did get damaged, but Geek Fam not being involved in these conflicts is a sight to behold.
Yeah, we kind of see a lot of this. We saw that last week, right? A lot of these Malaysian teams out and about, out in the open, trying to take down fights very early on. Geek is one of them, likes to compound hit very, very quickly as well. But this time around, everybody's taking a step back. They are playing a little bit more defensively as Geek Fam as well. Yeah, everybody just pulling on their gears or just reversing or for defensive gear. As JA has found himself a bit of a scuffle against you, but Luyu jumps off the cover. AKA, JA's damn cutie will be dropped here by Luyu, who will be getting into his car to try and rotate around as well.
Grand Theft Auto for Luyu. What a man, the new IGL for AKA. Really doing it huge, and JA, well, they got away from the Dingoes, but now you have AKA literally behind them. And I believe Luyu right now with that newly acquired vehicle is going to feel pretty good about himself.
Oh yeah, definitely. Gonna get a good feel, because after they lost Shizzle very early on, that actually pulls back one. But then again, well, we need to wait and see. Easy, we need to continue this on with only 3 team members. Same goes for J8. Unfortunately, Damn Cutie will be waiting in the lobby.
Yeah, look at J8 though. They're rotating around the circle, anticipating that there want to be less players on towards the northern side. So they're going to hit that first. Got back on 4 wheels. Not bad.
Style points. But it's smart from J8. You don't want to head into Stauber, because in the event that another team is there, you are going to get disintegrated. You're going to get dismantled. So you don't. So playing on the outskirts of Stauber is pretty fine. AKA, they just took out one member of JA, but now they might be swarmed by the Dingoes. Now these two teams always run into each other. See Sans, he actually gets tagged by Luyo. He's already in the front line off of the previous position, and he has the blue in his favor. This is the car that he stole from Damn Cutie, and he's just going to drive upwards.
Oh, but the Dingoes, they don't seem to be really interested to take this fight, because they are aware that the Blues will pressure them. It's not going to be worth it. If all the teams get knocked thought no one is going to benefit because they are still 16 teams here. But look at this. The circle absolutely favors Yudu gang.
Yeah, for once,
God.
at least for once.
For the first time, I see it's right smack on Yudu's side. Everybody has to suffer from the from the eastern side. You see Dingoes there along with AKA, Tara onto his J8 as well. All these teams will start converging onto the circle. And look at where the edge of the circle is. It's so congested at the end where Resurgence is. They will be fighting there, if I'm not mistaken, very early in the next circle, because yeah, they're all entering from one direction. Nobody's coming from the south. Kingsman is the only one there.
Yeah, it's a party on the eastern side. Resurgence, they are getting overrun by multiple teams. We saw Flash Vision going straight into them, but this is the young prodigy that's catching up to Fredo in terms of total frags. 44 total kills so far, 7,079 total damage, 10 hit shots, and with almost a 400-meter total kill distance, impressive. But Jenny is going to find Ninja with the spray down, and he's also going to find a cliff. So 2 down for the side of AGMT off of Jenny's efforts.
Oh, for once at least it's not from J8, we can see here, but that's still not good news for AGMT. 2 knockdowns by Jenny himself, and the rest of AGMT, they need to survive, and they managed to get themselves somewhere on the northern side. But then again, how long can they run? They may run to other teachers. Look at this, just right in front of them.
Oh,
Tara! Tara's waiting for the down. The shot from Tara goes up, and then again,
Wow!
wow! That shot on to Muffin! Managed to get the knockdown. Wow, Hospital is on, and there you go. Unfortunately, AGMT is out.
AGMT trying to escape with their life, but Tara found them and leaves SMG to fight with Resurgence. As Trixinity will go around them. Small boy inside the house. Jenny actually got out of it and will be sprayed down. Trixinity actually leaves his teammate there as Bart's on top of him. Jenny's going to try and survive here, but he's going to beat death.
Yeah, Iron Pro actually gets shot down, but Woki will also find Bart as well. So Resurgence, they have the man advantage. Woki, we talked about this, he is the scout for the team, and he's also the guy that doesn't mind fragging out. So with the smoke, providing cover for Bart, Putra needs to make sure that Woki doesn't get on top of his teammate, but because of where Woki and Y2K are, SMG will have a really hard time trying to salvage their teammates.
Oh, we can see here now, looks like Bart, he's bleeding out at this point. They are playing by the edge of the circle at the same time. It doesn't help them that the circle is closing in onto all these teams. And now we can see here, Putra will try to help his teammate. The revive will go out on the side of Bart, but then again, time is ticking up. Woki is getting closer and closer.
Woki pushing through as well. Putra trying to save his teammate there, Bart. But as it stands, Woki is trying to look towards the right side, making sure that nobody punches it towards through the smoke. But as it stands, Woki again underneath them should be able to get off of the but Putra slays him down. Actually, Bart get that kill. Now Woki coming in from the other side, but Putra is going to get flanked here. But actually takes the fight to Woki and gets dropped. Putra on the ground. Woki still going for more. Explodes with both of them. Y2K will be safe, I think, but Woki's going to run away from it.
Yeah, and that's just perfect execution from Resurgence. They are able to flank SMG, but thankfully Trixinity was not really close to his teammates, so he will be the lone survivor to keep SMG's hopes alive to get that placement point. So all hope is not lost just yet, but maybe you can't say the same for the Dingoes as they were taken out by Tara.
Oh, and there you go, unfortunately. Oh, Y2K didn't survive that. He will be taken out with the play zone, but look at this as well. Psycho with a long range shot onto the side of Dingoes, managed to get the 1 kill. The Dingoes is now so low right now, and Net Battle, will they go for the rush in? There's still a couple of team members from the Dingoes, but then again, they must be aware that they are so far away from the safe zone. They still need to prioritize rotation.
Yeah, they have to make haste towards the northern side of the circle. As he said, we saw his right smack in the middle. Geek Fam is moving there as well. DNR, Team No Recall, is actually following a route where nobody is at, so they will be able to get towards the middle of the circle. Gizmo coming from the southern side as well, against AKA, if I'm not mistaken, right smack in the middle. FV on the eastern side. Yeah, I think the fight is going to be against Kingsman and Marlino first. Yudu has just an easy space right now to play with.
Yeah, and Kingston, they also have AK in front of them. Wagyu's with a great nade to find Luyu. And this is pretty bad for AK. They are on the low ground. Kingsman, they have the fence, they have the high ground, and they are just going to gatekeep this area where AKA absolutely have to run through to get further into the circle. They are in the safe zone, but they are not going to be safe for long because Kingsman have them in their sights. As you can see, Net Brotherhood, they take on We Star Expert on the other side of the map. But right now, if you are AKA with one member down, you are not feeling good about this.
And AK, they have a buggy though, but then again, there's an open top buggy. But
Marlino.
Marlino just had to shoot from the other side. Sniper, man, shooting for the long range, putting a lot of pressure on the side of AKA. And now Sniper, well, hang on a second, Dead Brotherhood. And restart on the same compound. Super, and down. Apple will take it out. Lord is still the same compound here. Lord is still alive. Apple as well. On the other side, they will try and flush out Lord. Lord is on the other building. Psycho tries to find his angle. He's trying to go and circle around, but then again, Psycho is still waiting on the outside.
They're going to try and take this fight. They're going to jump in as well. Carl is the only one that's left for the side. We start. They don't know this, that he's actually across the road as well. So they're going to try and finish off Lord along with Carl, if I'm not mistaken. Carl will be still watching on towards the second floor. And Net, they don't know where the last man is at, so they don't have to rush out of this house.
Yeah, there's even more bad news though. If you are V-Star expert, you don't just have Net Brotherhood to worry about. You also have another team, which is Geek Fam, on the southern side of their compound. So V-Star experts, their time is running out. But Net Brotherhood, well, there's plenty of room to work with, and Geek Fam are also in a decent position to just choose not to do anything.
Yeah, they are in a decent position. We can see here that Geek Fam, they should be somewhere within the safe zone, so it should be okay for them, and they have the high ground as well. They just need to overlook this fight. If anyone tries to make that escape, they can actually do that gunning down from afar. But look at this, Team No Recall seems to have the same plan.
Yeah, Team No Recall is watching above Geek Fam as well, so Geek Fam can actually just roll in towards a circle because they might be found out by Team No Recall, but as it stands, it looks like V-Star still has one player alive. Carl is actually across the road from Net, still very much alive here, but Net just cannot find him, and Net is playing it a little bit more passive as well. Do not want to leave themselves out in the open for shots, as you do getting shot as well here.
Yeah, Net Brotherhood, it seems like they found Yudo, but here comes Carl, tries to make a miracle play, but he decides against it. This is not worth it. If that grenade fails, he might lose his life. So right now, Carl is in full survival mode as the circle slightly runs away from Yudo Gang with Carl and Net Brotherhood inside. It's a decent circle. TNR has so much control over that southwestern area for them, so that is good news. But Kingsman with a long-range tag onto the AKA, who are still struggling to find a way to get onto the high ground.
Oh, we can see here, Kingsman Cabo putting a lot of pressure. He will pop the tires of that buggy, and now that means AKA, they don't have a way out, but then again, they are all outside the safe zone. 20 more seconds until the blue zone actually closes in, and now energy drinks are out for the Kingsman. They will start to make their move.
Yeah, Kingsman have to push in as well along with AKA. They're just waiting for this to get a couple more kills for their name, but as it stands though, AKA just not biting from that place. Marlino actually crosses them. Yudo in a lot of trouble here, actually frustrated, kind of getting caught behind a shack. As it stands, they cannot really move in and getting fight from behind as well.
And we've seen Geek Fam in the exact same position, but we see if Yudo Gang can get out of this as Net Brotherhood. They're now starting to get shot. Still a 9K actually blows up Noxy and Bean, so TNR actually surviving this. But AKA, there's someone managed to pop Cabo's head. Insomniac is there. Geek Fam now joins the party. They drive straight into the compound. Not sure if they know Carl is there though, but they definitely have to deal with Net Brotherhood.
Oh, Carl is in the same building next door, but then again, look at this Riot putting a lot of pressure to Marlino. Superboy is now right in front, but then again, Sinbi as well as Insomniac, they need to help each other on the other side, but look at this, they do know that Carl is in the same building. Damn Root waiting for the right moment before they can rush him, but then again, his other team members is on the other building. Damn Root, prepare the grenade, will toss it to the second floor, and Carl is now in trouble.
Carl's gonna try out, but he will be able to be safe for the meantime, right beside the door as well. Second it comes flying in as well. This might be able to connect. Carl in a lot of trouble, actually gets needed there. Left to half HP. The third name comes in from Damroot. They still know that there is a player inside here and they're trying to take them down. But TNR gets eliminated 11th place. Again, the performance for TNR a little bit lackluster here.
And just a shower of grenades into the building. They need to flush out this lone survivor of V-Star Expert. Damroot does get tagged as well, but the damage isn't enough. And I don't think Damroot is going to be happy about this. You can see Yudo, now they're racking up the kills onto Flash Vision, who have to drive through Yudo's compound. But you can see Flash Vision, they're actually taking the fight straight to Yudo. 3 members down from Flash Vision, and it's going to be 1 versus 1. Fredo, the survivor. We know his instinct is good. He finds that, but there's still 1 more member of Flash Vision that he has to worry about. He does get shot from behind, so Fredo's going to jump around. But Kitchup, he's going to steal it all away. Fredo is going to bow out. Yudo Gang out in 9th.
Oh, the hopes and dreams of Yudo Gang taken out by Kitchup, and now we can see a Geek Fam looks like they won a compound fight against the last team member of V-Star Expert. But then again, the next circle will determine whether they need to move or not. Net Brotherhood is still on the other side. If they go on an open road, they could be gunned out. They have a buggy though, but then again, what's going to be more important is that where will the circle go? Who will favor? Looks like it will favor slightly more towards the Kingsman.
Yeah, right now Kingsman can have an easy entry into its circle. Maro is coming in from behind there. Resurgence Voki is coming in from the eastern side as well. FV is from the eastern side, so nobody is coming from where Kingsman is going in. But Geek is still trying to fight with Net. He's trying to get themselves into a circle, but they're just not budging here. There's no place, no area for Geek's fam to play with because Net is right in front of them.
Yeah, and Flash Vision, they also bow out in 6th place as 420 while he surrenders his life away, but Geek Fam now has to go through Net Brotherhood. There can only be one survivor. This might be Kingsman's game though, as Damroot actually finds Voki, so Geek Fam turns around and they say, Resurgence, we don't want you in the game. So Resurgence, they're out in 5th, and Damroot also sees the member of Kingsman. Cabo loses his helmet and his head to this member of Geek Fam.
Oh, we can see here, look at it, look at the crossroad. Because of this crossroad, these couple of teams are on the other side. They can't get into the other side easily because the roads are just so open. Even if Kingsman, yes, they have a good opening, but then again, because of the road, they could be gunned down by Geek Fam.
Yeah, there is no place to play right now. You have to play out in the open. That's the only place that is safe. That is the only place inside the circle. But you're out in the open. Everybody can just shoot onto you as Kingsman right now. Gets not spray down. Will be able to connect here. Drops down one. Actually, he gets out of the car there to try and evade the bullets. But Giggs knows where he's at. Gonna spray him out down into the grass. Will be able to get it. But he will get punished here as Psycho takes his mark.
Yeah, Net Brotherhood, they jump the gun. They take advantage of the situation. Kingsman, they go for a really ballsy rotation, but because of Net Brotherhood's presence, Geek Fam cannot fully commit to those frags, and QB now has to save Damroot. Snipes is not in the same spot as well. QB goes for the spray, does find Artai, but the damage is not enough. The UAZ does blow up into pieces, but Artai will get tagged by Cabo, who will also get shot down by Merlino. Why are you guys interfering? But Sniper Man, he's the lone survivor for his team, so he gotta make the best out of this situation.
Oh man, Marlino, Sniper Man, what are you doing? You are just wrecking everyone's party because CRT by screaming out for moment taken out by Sniper Man! But his position now is compromised. They do know where he is now. Kingsman trying to get the revenge of the Sniper Man. Sniper Man dodging the bullets, but they managed to move to another tree.
So what is right behind me, but Snipes, his direction, where he's aiming is all towards Net. But Net right now, they have a fallen soldier, is Psycho, but he will be able to pick him up. But now, Giggs have to push forward. Net sees them from a mile away. They're going for the spread up, but Snipes is out in the open. By the net as well. QB is going to try and run away from behind, but he's out in the open as well. Everybody's gunning onto him, but he's hiding behind the car for the meantime.
Yeah, QB is the last surviving member. He needs to get Saint out. The blue is closing in. Saint is tagging in, and QB, he has no choice. Saint might just go down to the blue. So QB, he gotta run forward. The Sniper Man is somehow still alive. Kingsman with 3 up as well as a team. I think he went down. So now it's 2 members of Kingsman versus 3 members of Net Brotherhood. Geek Fam actually gets eliminated. We have a 3 versus 2 versus 1 situation with Sniper Man being the X factor.
Oh man, it's ridiculous that Sniper Man is still alive.
The
After
circle.
all this, oh my god, the circle actually favors Kingsman. And now it's Kingsman, their game to lose.
Yeah, they still Vex hiding behind the car. Wagyu's in behind Sniper Man as well. They know where Sniper Man is at, but they just can't really expose themselves just yet. So Wagyu's gonna play a little more defensive, but Psycho takes him down. Net, they have a chance here. Sniper Man still out in the open. Vex is right in front of them. They should be able to take this kill up on Vex, but can they win this match? Net is in their hands.
The Wagyus gets taken out. So now Net Brotherhood, they have full advantage in terms of firepower. They have the members, they have the numbers. They just need to find the last vestige of Marlino and Kingsman. Vax is tagged, so Net Brotherhood, they definitely know where it is. Psycho with that nade will be able to finish off Kingsman if it lands. Vax has nowhere to go. He goes for the spray as well. The suppressor fire is there, and Vax goes out. Kingsman out in 3rd, but Sniper Man, his survival instinct has been absolutely amazing. Can he be the X Factor? He downs it. They know where it is. Psycho with the firepower, and they do it. The Brotherhood stays strong, and Nat will take the 2nd chicken dinner.
Oh man, that was just so close there. Oh my god. Kingsman, they got the circle, they got that rotation right into the prime position, but somehow they just cannot hold their ground. Net Brother proving themselves so strong, fending off.
Their 3rd consecutive game in a row, because ladies and gentlemen, let's hop on to Sandhawk for the first official match between Group B and Group C of the Super Saturday.
Yeah, it's regulation for both of these groups. They were playing on Sandhawk first. I think it's kind of fun to watch Sandhawk, right? It's kind of close quarters. A lot of these teams kind of fall into the same compound as well. Sometimes they fight very early on. Sometimes it's kind of somber as well. So I'm curious to see where this game hits towards the somber side or towards a more fight-heavy side very early on. But as it stands, we are waiting for this other screen which shows us all these beautiful gentlemen. I'm still waiting for it to come out. Where is it?
Beautiful gentlemen. They
Beautiful
seem to be a little
gentlemen.
bit
I think that's why
shy.
they didn't show.
Yeah, they're a
Because I
bit
said beautiful
shy.
gentlemen.
Yeah, because you said beautiful gentlemen. There you go. Yes, you just have to say it again and they make their debut. Thank you so much to Observer Lineup, Observer Director Axer, as well as Zai, Topcast, Nyak, as well as Yoda for bringing the action to us. And of course, Topcast, will he go ball? That will be the question as well. But what we have the answer is that the circle
Whoa.
goes
Oh my
way up
God.
north. And again, this is a horrendous circle, especially for teams who don't like to swim, especially PPG.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean a horrendous circle? This is a great circle. But the first thing we're going to notice right now is Resurgence. They are not in Paradise Resort.
Ah. Oh yeah, they are not in Paradise. That's a good
Oh.
point there. It's probably like the first time that I see them not dropping in Paradise Resort, and now Paradise Resort is absolutely vacant. Maybe they sense that okay, the circle's up there. Let's just quickly move across because we all learn our lessons.
Yeah, but that'll be dangerous because NRL's already gotten themselves in the middle of Hatin. So if Resurgence head towards that direction, they might be in a lot of trouble. SMB above them as well, might be heading towards a smaller island. So yeah, again, all these teams are just kind of like figuring things out, right? At the start of the circle, where do we want to be at the next circle? Do we want to be at a smaller island, the southern island, or the mainland, right? Where do you want to be in this? Because again, the circle encapsulates all three of these islands, so they have to kind of be careful with what they pick.
Yep, and I'm looking at PPG. Oh, they actually brought in Daisy, so it's gonna be Daisy debuting. So Fa is not gonna be playing today. So Fa is not gonna be playing today for PPG. So a bit of a fresh air, right? PPG have yet to find much success just yet, other than the true chicken dinner that they got on Vikendi. So perhaps this slight change to their roster will help them, find their footing. But because the Dingoes are not playing, so J8, they're gonna go back to the bootcamp, the place that they feel really comfortable with.
I'm just looking at Resurgence. So yes, they are already swimming across to the other side. So definitely not going to loot anything first. Prioritize getting on the other side, then only they will focus on looting. So it's actually a good move for them. They don't need to really share any compound. Pemburu and Axis, they're on Hatin, and on the side of Camp Alpha is TRX. So it's going to be free loot for them. It's not good news for the rest of the teams who will try to swim across later.
Yeah, they actually have one compound to play with for the side of Resurgence, so there's not a lot of places for you to loot, as you have the entirety of their team heading towards that direction as well. So yeah, they kind of have to scuffle around for this loot, but as it stands, though, a lot of these teams will be coming in from the southern side, so they can be gatekeepers here on the little island. Just wait for them to come in, especially J8. I think they will make the shuffle very soon as well, because J8 likes to get up close and personal very, very fast.
Yeah, and well, at least with the absence of HGMT, J8 will have a bit of a sigh of relief. They won't run into their mortal enemies and risk getting taken out early on. But Axis NRL, yesterday they made a huge splash. They did get their chicken dinner. They also demonstrated how good Pemburu is. But at the same time, it's also pretty interesting. If you look at Axis right now, they also make a bit of a swap in their roster, at least for this weekend, where Chick will be playing in instead of Rith. So these teams that want to find more success, they are making these adjustments to kind of try out new stuff.
Yeah, and I think teams like Axis, they can afford to do that. That's one thing. They have decent amount of points to keep themselves on at least page 1. That's number 1. And secondly is that, well, by switching this up, it also helps to confuse the enemies as well. Like, oh, you thought you were going to play with this lineup and this skill set, but now it's a different skill set that they bring in, and it gives them a different dynamic. So teams will need to adapt to those sort of changes.
Yeah, I like the thing that some of these players are actually specialists in certain maps, so that's why they get chosen, because you kind of see that in a lot of other titles as well. Sometimes you are specialist in a certain map, so you kind of get put in as well. Especially in map like Sandhawk, you want to have 2 of your frontliners be very good with taking close engagement, and they can be followed up as well. So again, the formation is kind of up to who you play for that day. So hopefully, I think this will be a better lineup for them, as Nat is taking the long way around with the boat.
Yep, and well, this is one of the moves that does give some teams that pull it off a bit of an advantage, because right now, with how the circle is, if you want to directly cross the bridge, it is slightly discouraged. Right? It's not really recommended, because you know that there will be teams gatekeeping that area. So Net Brotherhood, they are actually going to just park themselves in the middle of this body of water and just survey around before planning their next move.
Yep, okay. Oh, we see the kill feed right here. Easy. Looks like they're not having an easy start, right? Shizo again being the first one to bow out. Oh, easy. Oh man, it's like what?
He's like
Three
Link.
games in a row already?
Yeah, almost same as Link's, right?
Yeah.
Link was also taken out early on. But here we go. First airdrop for Sandhawk, the MK14, one of the weapons that you definitely want to get your hands on as a player, but as an audience, you will want to get your hands on the PMPL loot. So key in that code down there, and you'll be able to get yourself on a selection of exclusive loots.
Yeah, you can participate in the PMPL as well. I know you guys out there, you want to know where you can get your stats, your information about the teams, what's going on next day as well.
Oh!
Has found the rest of net. All three of them in the water. One has been dropped. Psycho as well has been spotted out, but Atai in a lot of trouble as NSP comes encroaching on towards them, throwing nades as well. NSP will be able to get this kill. I think it lands on to Psycho. No, definitely shot, but Net in a lot of trouble now.
Just not good news for them. Just look, there's no way for them to climb up. The most they can actually go to the ledge, but that's about it. Then they'll be stuck there forever and ever. Damasar Esports, they can still shoot from above. It's all theirs. It's like, that's it for you guys. Psycho is now down to 20% of health. What can he do?
Yeah, and you know, Damasara Esports, they play on the coastlines and they manage to do a bit of fishing onto Net Brotherhood. That boat ride turned sour really quick as Net Brotherhood, wow, I think they choose drowning over getting a shot into bits by Damansara, but that's pretty much the end of it for them.
Yeah, Net a little bit unlucky here finding Damansara by the coastline as well. Damansara looks very good in taking all those kills, especially because Net is out in the open, but easier enough fighting against EVOS. Fig gonna try and throw the net in. I think he will be able to snag I think on to Hayabusa gets dropped by the net from Fig. Now players from EVOS falling one by one as they're going to go in for the flash as well. One more player still alive, but he's running the hell out of that fight. He doesn't want to have anything to do with it. It's Sam's all alone here, the last remaining member of EVOS.
EVOS, yesterday they didn't have a good day at all, and now again, the first game for their day today, it's just tragic for them.
If you compare their performance on Sandhawk yesterday and today, I can assure you, I can definitely say that yesterday EVO's VIP on Sandhawk was way better, right? They were stuck in quarry with the circle being treacherous for them, and we star experts, you know, Kuza was the last guy alive. They got a decent position, but today in Sandhawk, well, easy LX putting that to an end. But Axis NRL MPX Pamburu is on the hunt as SMG, all four members stuck on that floating foundation, floating building. They're just gonna get bombed.
Yeah, NRL pushing as well. Pamburu has his sights. There's Bart's in his sights, but it doesn't seem that he can be able to spray them down for the meantime. It looks like SMG trying to rotate away from that house. They will be able to get themselves towards the middle house and the end as well. But as it stands, it looks like NRL are falling back, maybe taking a more defensive position here, waiting for SMG to roll onto them, then take the fight.
Oh, that's quite interesting. I thought they could have been the coastline guards, but then again, Putra managed to get himself into the compound. On the other side, there are three other team members still swimming. Pamburu, the Starman for Axis NRL MPX, trying to get a high ground here, trying to get the vision on where SMG is at. It's not going to be easy for these three boys, but there you go. Jenny will suffer the wrath of Pamburu.
They are jumping into the mouth of the tiger as Pamburu just waiting for them to cross. Bart gets sprayed as well in the water. Vicinity out in the open as well, but there is Jenny right underneath Pamburu. He has to take this kill first because the rest of them are in the water. Will be able to get a kill up from Jenny. Finishes him off as well. Pamburu up in the hunt.
Yeah, Pamburu's a certified hunter. He finds Jenny and Trixinity. He's going to get tagged again inside the house. But Putra able to, again, the first guy to sneak onto land, and he will be able to at least finish off one member of Axis NRL MPX. So the coast is actually not clear for Axis.
Oh, that's actually a good flank there from Putra, and he managed to get a one kill, and now Pamburu will need to shift his focus onto the other side. Leto is still the coastline.
They should feel lucky, you know, they should say a prayer that they didn't get entirely wiped out when Damasara went fishing. But Team No Recoil will be facing off against Bosku, and this is going to be an important fight, at least for Team No Recoil, because they are pretty much on the outskirts of the circle. But on geographical wise, Team No Recoil has the advantage. As Sinbi Pro is going to light out Nga, but Aswa will find a refrag onto him.
Oh, we can see as Insomnia's right now in front of it, prepping out the grenade to be tossed onto the other side. Nga is now screaming out for Asfa, and Sam is just too far away, but there you go. Insomnia's will finish off Nga, and now Asfa and Sam, 2 more team members there, but on the other side, Sinbi will be helped out by Ryan. Will he be finished off? Not too fast, but then again, Sam is waiting for the right moment for Stewart to show himself.
Yeah, this is a very different formation coming in from the TNR side. They have 2 a little bit further behind. They have 2 a little bit closer. That seems to be Stewart and Insomnia to try and push through Bosco as well. So yeah, it's kind of different in the terms of the formation, but the net comes flying out. It will be able to connect, I think, Stewart. No, it actually dropped Somnus very low here, but Sam still very much holding the line, making sure that the rest of TNR are not crossed by as well, but it looks at Ryan and Simbi Pro making their move.
Yeah, and Ryan and Simi Pro right now, they have the vantage point over Bosco, so that is good for them. They can provide cover for Steel 9K and Insomnus, but the difference maker for Bosco is going to be Z. He is pretty far up in the jungle, and there's no way that the flank watch will be able to spot him. So at least Bosco have that insurance policy hiding, but Ryan is going to go for a flank. He even finds himself a buggy. This might be huge for TNR.
It's actually a good moment for TNR for them to actually move to the left side and actually take those fights and then move on to the other side of the island. They need to do it fast. If not, the other side of the island will be gatekept by other teams. You can't make that late rotation onto the northern island.
Yeah, that's it, right? This type of a circle encapsulates the small island as well. So it means that you kind of have to cross one point or the other, and it will be gatekept, because looking at how the circle is, you kind of have to cross, but the rest of them, there's actually 3 teams towards the southern side getting into the circle as well, a couple of teams towards the east. So yeah, they're getting towards the circle, but they will be fighting each other very soon. TNR right now on the horizon fighting against Bosco as Alpha gets dropped by Insomnius. Looks like they want to push in TNR. They are encircling this side of Bosco. The rest of them are actually joining the fight as well. As far as gets burned, Sam is there as well. Sweet pushing in.
Yeah, and the barbecue is going to commence for Steel 9K. He's going out for a meal. He opens the door, sees the fight. Can't walk in just yet, but Sam has no much room to work with. He does revive Asfa, but it's going to be too late though. He cooks out the nade. This might be the clutch. No, it's not. Steel 9K rushes in. Asfa gets taken down. He downs Insomnius, but he's not going to be able to do much. Z is the only one left alive for Bosco, and the flank wash has completely crumbled for Bosco.
Yep, and we can see at that Bosco, they still have one more team member waiting on the other side, but Team No Recall Z, he'll still be tanking out the blue, but he need to make the rotation. But the problem is, if he shows himself, Team No Recall will think, oh, they do know his position right now. Z, what can he do? He's tanking out the blue at the same time, but well, Team No Recall, do they want to go for the kill or do they want to prioritize rotation?
Yeah, it looks like Bosco Z want to buy himself a little bit of time, try to wait for TNR to push into the circle, then they come in from behind. But as you can see, they have to cross water to get there, so it means that he kind of have to shuffle himself back into the circle very, very fast. But now he's making his run. As you can see, Team Secret are about towards the northern side. They will be contested. I think there's another team coming in from the side. It's actually Sniper Man. Never mind, it's all alone. I'm not too sure what he's doing in there, but he's looking at Team Secret.
I mean, we know what Sniper Man can do. Maybe this is their plan, but you know, Bosco, they are unfortunately eliminated by TNI finally, but now JA is going to take on the fight against Resurgence. They did knock out one member of Resurgence earlier on, so JA, they had the man advantage. It's Y2K inside is the only member of Resurgence that has to deal with the entirety of J8.
Definitely not good news for Y2K at this point. Bota trying to find a vantage point onto Y2K, but then again, Y2K has good cover behind the rock. Bota getting higher and higher. Sooner or later, he will definitely see where Y2K is. But then again, the rest of Resurgence, they're so far away.
Yeah, Y2K, I'm not too sure what he's doing there. Doesn't have a vehicle as well to work with. So once he tries to jump out to run, he will be spotted out by the rest of J8, and J8 are above the hills as well, along with PPG rolling in. Might want to take
PPG!
a little bit of fun as Botak gets dropped here from the side. Tiara was going for the finish. Botak will be finished off as well. The rest of J8, they have to fight with PPG as RSG tries to escape from that, and they will be able to do so.
And Y2K, he takes the chances like, thank you very much, Powerpuff Girls. I'm gonna make my way back to my team, but PPG with the backstab, they caught J8 completely off guard, and they should be able to secure themselves at least 2 kills, but J8 was like, God dang it, they had Resurgence in their scope, but now they have to deal with PPG, who have the high ground advantage.
I must say, this is amazing rotation from PPG. They were on the other side of the island. They moved to the Camp Alpha Island and took this vantage point, this absolute golden high ground location, and managed to get 2 kills in the process. This is absolutely great from PPG.
Yeah, J8 again fumbling under the pressure. Not too sure what they were looking at, but yeah, they were looking at Resurgence, but they have to watch their backs, right?
Yeah.
You kind of have to have a couple of players behind, but it looks like Steel Hearts this time around will be fighting alongside Damansara Esports. They are head-to-head here as he wants to push. There are mollies being thrown at NSP as well. Adik wants to go in for the fight. He changes to the Uzi. Wants to go in for close quarters combat, but second nade comes flying out. I think that's actually a smoke. Buying a little bit more time. NSP actually hides behind the boxes. Should be able to take this fight, but Adik right in front of them. I'm not too sure how they're going to take this fight.
Yeah, Damansara, they gotta get past this bridge. This is the toll set up by Steelheart Esports, and Ziggs will be the first one to be down. Superman will finish him off. Yi-Chong with the nade to find Lorenzo. Both teams are gonna trade one member, but Lorenzo is down. The members can still revive him though. Are they in the right position? But Yi-Chong finds him with that nade.
Oh, we can see as now Team No Rico actually taking those kills out of Putri, and now Damansara Esports, they only have Lorenzo in front of them. Lorenzo will be finishing off that exposure, but
What?
oh
my god!
Oh my god!
So
What the
bad.
heck? The birthday boy with that one single day to roll the ball!
I cannot even bring what the hell just happened. It was 1-4-3. Grenade comes flying out and the rest of them are down. Oh my lord. They will not be happy for that fight, but it looks like JA find themselves another bit of a scuffle against T. And now this time around they've been trying to rotate around him. It's actually PPG's Moy. Daisy who gets dropped. PPG are out of here. We've seen this before.
Oh, but it's a decent run by PPG. Right? TNR came from behind, 8 kills so far, but Super Mao. Wow.
That's a birthday present for the birthday boy.
Yeah, that's a birthday present. 1-4-3, that's a good offer, but with the circle right now closing in, Team Secret at the center of it, the heart of the hurricane. It's going to be the team that is on top of the leaderboard so far, but because of PPG, Resurgence made it out in one piece, so they get a second fighting chance to perhaps get this chicken dinner for themselves.
And we can see here, Easy, he's still right in the middle of the ocean. EVOS VIP, the last team member, Samzy, is on the other side as well. Going to make that super late rotation, tanking out the blue in the process. Super Mal, wow, what a play was that. I'm still not over it yet. Super Mal definitely deserves lots of praise for this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play for him. But as it stands, we are looking at Team Secret. They are above or towards the northern side of the island. Easy has to kind of shuffle back towards the circle. But as it stands, look at TS has found himself a little bit of a scuffle against Tara right now. Looks like Mata will be able to finish that off. That's very, very far. But Lynx in hot cover or hot fire as well as Mata is aiming towards him. But it seems that he will be able to survive for the meantime.
Yeah, a lot of Olympic swimmers for this round, Sandhawk. But it's inevitable because of the circle. As Marlino, they are completely trapped. At least if you're Bean, you are, Bean has been here before.
So he has been here.
He has been there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Punster Desk. There you go. Oh man, but Team Secret, just look at this. They still have all 4 of their team members.
Tito drown.
Oh, Tito drown? What?
Maybe he
So
fell
he's
asleep in the
sleeping.
water.
He fell asleep in the water.
It's tiring, you know. You gotta swim in the ocean. There's buoyancy and all, you know. I'm not good at science, but I know Tito fell asleep.
Yeah, back to Team Secret right now. They're having a little bit of a better time. As you can see, there are not anybody who on the side of Team Secret who is asleep. But in front there is Marlino, Superboy, and it looks like Team Secret has a little bit of an inkling of where Marlino is coming from. But how are they going to fight this off though? Because Marlino can't really push in. They are towards the side of the water, so they can't really jump down. They have to play upside. And I'm not too sure how they're going to enter here. TRX is beside them as well. As you can see, TS right smack in the middle, Resurgence right in front of them. NRL a little bit further behind, but Tara is on the ground as well. So it means that Team Secret can fight, take the fight against Tara first.
Well, I'd like to note that Sniper Boy actually is out for Team Marlino at this point, so it's the opposite of what we saw earlier round in the previous round in Erangel. But just looking at this, Matoy, Team Secret, this is what they always do. They always spread out like this. I trust Rex and UI. But the circle favors TRX as well as Net Brotherhood managed to wake themselves up to the north.
Yeah, Net Brotherhood, they had the worst start, but you know what? The survival is what matters. They somehow make it into the southern side of Camp Alpha. Now TRX, you can see they immediately rotate away. They were like, we got the circle, baby. But Lynx is going to land a bit of damage himself, and Simply Bros will drop right down. Takes a huge damage, but does not go down just yet.
The TNR are trying to get themselves into a circle, but they're getting shot from all angles. As Spirit 9K is leading the charge. He's running down, zigzagging, trying to get himself into a more better position, but he's getting fired from all angles. Now he's in a lot of trouble as TNR, all the entirety of them is in the sights of TNR's scheme.
Oh, Kim now just tapping away on the Sinmi now right up well. He will be finished off that for sure, but Ryan, the star man for Team No Recall, still running out, but still went down. It's in trouble. Oh my goodness, he went now down. He is now down, and Ryan is just behind him. They don't know where Ryan is. They're still scoping out, trying to see where he is, but the smoke is helping out Ryan. Ryan now still to find a good angle. He is behind the tree, but what can he do?
Oh my god, he's stuck between the rock and the hard place. Ryan has nowhere to move. TRX has sights on him. Zali as well. Once he comes in, along with his Somnus from TNR, they will be spotted out as Ryan gets spotted out by April from Ned. Ned is right in front of TRX. They will be able to claim that kill as well as his Somnus right on top of the hill. They will be able to spot him out as well.
Yeah, this should almost be the end of TNR at this point. Somnus has nowhere to go. He's tanking the blue. Tara is also in a bad place as the Ned Brotherhood, they are still able to make it out. Tara, they bow out. Ned with 2 members left alive again. Southern side of the camp, Alpha barely in the circle. They might see Somnus if he pops his head out, as B will go down to the play zone as well. Team Secret in prime position as Wookie will be found, but Small Boy trace Matoy back. Yuhai will trace Small Boy back, and he will kill Small Boy, and that is the end of Resurgence's run.
And I thought it would have been a good run for Resurgence the moment he got that knockdown, but then again, unfortunately, the strength of Team Secret in defending this combo is just too strong. But look at this, Team No Recall is officially out at 6th place. We are now down to the top right here. Wow, this second is so
TRX. Is this
TRX, they have to do this.
Is this it? No, I've been looking forward to TRX for 2 weeks. Maybe this is it, but they need to worry about Team Secret. We're going to start things off as Jisoo does find the nade onto Superboy. So Marlino will be the least of their concern. It's going to be Team Secret. Team Secret have to push in.
Yeah, Secret's on the back line right now. They're getting pushed in, but Ryan gets spread by motion though. He's very low, but somehow he still gets the kill right on the floor. Aishot's trying to push as well. TRX is there. How are they going to hold on this line? Aishot's pushing through. He has to push through. There's nothing else that he can do here. But Kim is right in front of him. Now he jumps in towards the window, but Kim's still very much inside the house to be able to get this kill going. But no, he doesn't seem there just yet.
See him! Isn't he there? Wasn't he just beside it? And now iShot is just outside the house, and now Kim trying to find a good angle, but iShot will toss out the next one. They will move toss it next. Who will toss it first? Come on, Kim, toss it out. iShot toss out. Kim don't clip, but then again, they're still standing.
Yeah, they managed to get Fox Motion back out, so Janik able to salvage his teammate, but Team Secret, this is it. This is the push that's going to put them on the radar for the 6th chicken dinner, but TRX, they're not going down without a fight. They're pretty much spread out. Secret all in one building, and Kim finds one. Yuhai jumps in, the also has the backup of his fellow body. iShot is there, but iShot is down as well. Yuhai, is he going to get a second knockdown? Yes, onto Fox Motion. They're going to secure 2 kills on the side of TRX, but Yuhai is the only one alive. TRX, if they know this might be the end of Secret.
They were so bloody close, but TRX still behind Secret. They have to fight this on, but TRX is pushing in as well. GA Zali has a free entrance along with Ned's April and knocks it towards the center of the circle, but April does get dropped here. Ned will bow out at 5th, but Team Secret are not getting pushed back by TRX. They don't know how many players are in front of them, so because of it, Janix and Jisoo is taking the opportunity to buy some time through a couple of nades here and try to nibble at the HP of Team Secret.
Oh, it's ridiculous. After all that, Team Secret only lost Rax. But from my shots, get another out to Zizo, and now Janik will rush in to help his buddy there. But then Team Secret, they're coming the next day. It's dropping again very soon. We need to wait and see. Yuhai trying to find a good angle here, but then again, at the same time, the blue zone will pressure all these teams.
And TRX, this is their last stand. Yuhai, they're charging in. They need to flush out the rest of TRX. Jisoo just got blocked by. He's now time to heal himself though, so it's going to be all up to Janik. Janik pops his hair, throws the nade. Noxy fights Marlino, they butt in. Matoy is going to find Janik, and it's going to be Marlino finally taken out by TRX. So TRX, they still stay alive. Yuhai is the only one left for Team Secret.
He has to push on. There's nothing left he can do, but this was about. TRX will be eliminated here. Team Secret is still alive, but Zali is still alive for the side with J8. I don't know how he got himself into the circle because the circle was encroaching onto him, but somehow he's still alive and he's standing up looking for Yuhai, but Yuhai still hides between the grass. Will be able to do so for the meantime, but Zali is pushing on towards him as well. Yuhai is rotating around the circle trying to get himself into a better position, but Zali is out in the open. As soon as Yuhai spots or jumps out of this position, Zali will be able to take him down, but Yuhai is playing it very safe. Look at this. This is the longest 1v1 I've ever seen. Zali is still pushing on. Yuhai is still circling the circle.
Oh my goodness, this is the 2 fraggers here, ladies and gentlemen, will go against each other. Yuhai, a very talented boy as well. Zali as well, super talented. Who will win this fight? It's Yuhai versus Zali here, ladies and and gentlemen, we can see Zali sort of know where UI is. UI has no idea. UI is actually looking the other side.
Yes, Zali just needs to get a pick onto Yuhai. We've talked about this, right? The young prodigy of Team Secret. This guy, he's young, he's still in high school, but he's making it onto the top of the leaderboard. Zali is coaching forward. We just gotta hold our breath as Zali. He's now looking the wrong way. Yuhai is actually calling down here. Yuhai right into Zali.
no.
Zali might see Yuhai. His helmet might peek up in the mid picture. Zali
he's
Zali's gonna fight
Oh my
They
god!
have done it!
Oh my god! That is just so insane! UI was looking the other way. Zali absolutely know where UI is. Just needed to be so patient. And there you go. He shows his love, shows the finger love, and J8 Esports secure.
Circumstances. It was a crazy Sandhawk game, right? All the messiness that you want was in that previous round. But Miramar is definitely going to be different because this is still Group B versus Group C. And let's take a look at the community votes with Resurgence right at the top, 74.1%. Yes!
Hang on a second. Team Secret only at 3.5% and Resurgence at 70-ish%. What did we just see?
This is the first time.
Yeah.
This goes to show that our Resurgence is catching the eye of a lot of these viewers, right? Just not getting the finish, but they are still fighting contenders here.
Oh, yeah.
Our Resurgence, but again, some things that they have to fix along the way. But as it stands, they are good at getting themselves into the first pitch, but towards the later of the first pitch. I don't think that's enough, but if it goes up from there, it's still an improvement.
Yeah, definitely. We'll be looking forward to see how Resurgence, can they get the chicken dinner here today in this Miramar map. So the flight path will begin from Validema up to Impala. So a lot of space on the northern side, whereby we always predict that the circle will go on the opposite side of the flight path, but we need to wait and see. This could be a kind circle.
Los Higos.
Or
Puerto Paraiso.
Oh, I would love
Impala.
that. Yeah, I love that. But, well, I love these guys as well. The observer lineup, observer director, Exer, Zai, Topcast, Ngek, as well as Yoda. These guys looking shabby in their purple suits.
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't like how Exer is looking at me. He's looking down at me there. The way he's like sizing me up like this, boys. He got nothing.
He's a director, man. That guy is like 571 total games observed in his bag.
Yeah, well, if the director's looking at you, you gotta be worried.
Yeah.
Gotta be worried.
You gotta be worried, you know. He's a director.
I want to say that 571 games is like something big, but I just can't think of anything.
Wow.
What's as big as 571 games? That's a lot of games.
What do you mean that's not a lot of games? Man, he would be heartbroken if he heard that.
Oh, but talking about heartbroken, we can see it looks like eye shots again knocked down onto Janik. That's a very early fight on. But Team Secret, they have one team member down, but I think they can recover from this. J8, they don't have 8 GMT for now, so well, they won't be bumping into any teams for now. So it's quite harmonious for them.
Yeah, it's J8 Zali is actually pushing towards Team Secret, so they have to be careful here. But as it stands, it looks like they are looting around. Every member has been picked up. Matoy's the one that was picked up earlier, I think, because he has a lower HP. But for the meantime, it looks like Team Secret will be okay. It looks like the rest of them J8 are actually going back here.
Yes, slightly interesting, you know. The final showdown on that previous match on Sandhawk TRX against Secret, and it was like the first confrontation that erupted the moment everyone dropped out from Miramar. But of course, as in no common fashion, J8 took the shorter end of the stick. They actually lost Janik, I believe, earlier on. They were not able to secure any kills on Team Secret side. So it's a win for Secret.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But could this be round 2 here? J8 really close by with Team Secret. But oh, the Rex is on the other side. He sees them, but again, he has nothing on him. He can't take any shots, even if he wanted to. He will need to make that rotation to his brothers, where he's going to eye shots. But again, the gunfight has started.
Yuhai is in a lot of trouble with Matoy, so Matoy has nothing to heal himself with that. Only has bandages as well. J8 is rummaging through. He wants to get the skill up on Matoy as well. He knows that Matoy is slow and going to hunt for him as he pushes through. Mata gets dropped. Yuhai is still inside the house, but it looks like Botak wants to take the charge.
And J8, they put down Secret once and they want to do it again. Zali does get shot, but Yuhai is taking even more damage compared to the rest of J8. Zali ducks down. This is a rematch between these two top fraggers of the respective team. Yuhai tries to take his shot onto Zali, but Zali has already gotten to the low ground, so he will be safe for now. But Matoy bleeding out in the open.
Oh, we can see here now Bota for another angle. Yuhai just in front of him, but then again, this terrain doesn't help Bota to find where Yuhai is at. But Yuhai has a vehicle. Oh, he doesn't have a vehicle. Someone else has a vehicle. They may just bail out of here. But then again, just look at this. They just want to go and find their target.
Yeah, J8 is so aggressive here. They want to find a final finish on the side of TS. But as you can see, Team Secret are running out of that fight. Yuhai doesn't want to have anything to do with this. But J8, the entirety of their group, the entirety of their team is right here trying to look for more kills. Martin finally finished off by Bota there. Yuhai still very much alive, but he's trying to escape with his life.
Yeah, Yuhai is separated from the rest of his team, and this is probably the first time that you see Team Secret in total shambles, as Rex was also dropped by JA. So things are not going well. Zully with the perfect vantage point. He's trying to confirm the kill onto Rex, and he should be able to do so. Just one more bullet will do the job. iShots is not in a position to cover. He's trying to get to the window for provide cover fire, but it's too late. Rex has already gone down, and JA, they claim 2 members of Secret.
Oh, 2 members of Secret. It's just too much for Secret here. Damn cutie. Now another angle trying to find where Aisha is. Aisha still out in the open.
Oh no.
There's nothing much can Aisha do. But look at this. They're getting the vehicle. They're chasing after iShots. Oh my goodness. Now iShots will meet up with J8 again. They're trying to find a good angle here. But iShots preparing a grenade onto the side of Rocky. Will it land on Rocky? Rocky is going through the rocky roads, finding iShots.
Yeah, iShots still trying to hide beside the hill, but as it stands, J8, the entirety of them are pushing him as well. But iShots, I think they don't have an inkling of where iShots is for the meantime, because DamnQt is a little bit far off. But iShots, what does he have in the arsenal to fight against the entirety of J8? He's just underneath the hill. Everybody can just jump over and see him. So he's just trying to hide himself away with that pen. But again, as you can see, there's an open road behind him. So there's no real way for him to hide himself.
Yeah, probably the worst start for Team Secret so far. Yuhai lost his partner early on. Matoy again, he has been going up. He has been eliminated pretty early for the past few rounds, but this is probably one of the worst start that Team Secret has ever had. But you can't really blame them. They ran the TRX, they ran into J8, and now if iShot goes out, then even for Yuhai, the Wonder Boy, things are going to be tough.
Oh man, iShot's always the last surviving team member for Team Secret, but can he hang on to this one now? J8 is still close by. iShots have no vehicle. If he goes on foot, that's it. He could be gunned down from afar. Just so that Miramar is such an open map. Man, it's just not good news for iShots.
Yeah, he kind of has to hide here for the meantime as the entirety of J8 is looting this house. iShot is going up above as well. He wants to take a little bit of a vantage point and see where the rest of J8 is. But as you can see, once he pops the head,
there we go!
around him, but Rocky gets in front of him, but iShot still gets dropped, leaving Yuhai all alone to his lonesome.
Pan him.
Yeah, the pan has been brought up as well. iShot
no
will
pan.
be finished off by a gun. So, okay, no pan. But still, TS losing 3 very early on. It's not something that we're used to seeing from them.
Yep, that's tragedy for Team Secret. Definitely not the beginning that they want. But this is going to turn the game into a bit more interesting, right? Team Secret will not have that factor of that element of interference, but now NRL runs straight into PPG, and Daisy will be the first one to bet light out. She is down, and I don't think Putri is nearby to save them. PPG, they gotta take this fight though. They gotta man up right now. Moy takes a huge chunk of damage, but Tiara is gonna find one. Rift will trade PPG, and it actually secures Daisy.
And Tiara coming from a different angle with Pomburu with the long range shot to Tiara, but will not connect there. You see Appy is knocked down as well. Pomburu still putting a lot of pressure on the PPG from afar, but then again, Pomburu can't find a good angle because of this compound fight. Snipers are just less effective.
Yeah, PPG is trying to hide themselves inside those houses. As you can see, Tiara, Putri, and of course Moy all spread apart here. NRL's Appy is down on the ground, but I don't think PPG can take this fight. Again, Pomburu is above on the 2nd floor. He can see and have a vantage point above all of these players from PPG. PPG is up to them to draw first blood. But again, they are not in a good position to do so because they are still spread apart.
Yep, and right now they are able, PPG, they're gonna play this 3 versus 4 as Axis NRL were able to get Appy back up, but Putri is gonna be the difference maker. She is on the other side. She is gatekeeping the area where Pomburu is. You can see she's isolated from the rest of the team. So PPG, they're gonna have to try and hold back Axis NRL as much as they can. They gotta do their best. This is going to be their final hurrah at this point.
Yeah, this could probably, it's either PPG or Axis and our MPX now. nobody will get out of this clean. That's what I can see here so far. Because there's no vehicles, it will be out in the open. We can see here Riff here, Tiara right in front of him. Riff with the energy drink, with the full boost here. Bandage, that's what all they can do to tank out the blue for now, but they need to make those moves.
Yeah, you can see PPG's formation right now. They are spread apart, and NRL is coming in between them as well. So as you can see, PPG can't really run into this because there's so many people from the side of NRL. As Pumburu is watching towards the other side as well. So Putri can't really flank, but it looks like NRL are giving up on this fight. They are getting to the vehicles and running away from it. So I think they are respecting PPG, but at the same time, you know, NRL, this is your chance to gain some points.
Yeah, and Access NRL, they can do this because they have the vehicles, right? But PPG, I doubt that they have any mode of transportation to get out. So it is in Access NRL's favor as we get a more normal circle towards the towards Power Grid in the center. You have San Martin as well, a bit of Craterfield and El Pozo within the vicinity, and it's going to be pretty congested in the southeastern side with Damansara, TRX, Resurgence, SMG, J8, and even Steelhearts.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be a number of teams here on the side of Power Grid which will bump into each other, that's for sure. We can see here that those who have the vantage point will have the advantage. So we're talking about RSG here. They do have a little bit of a high ground. Probably they can take those early shots, but we'll need to wait and see if you want to awaken the Lion.
Yeah, Damansara Esports is in between them, so Damansara Esports can fight against Resurgence as well because both of them are entering from the same side. But as it stands, we are looking at Team No Recall and EVOS VIP. Both of these teams, we kind of expected a lot more from them, but as it stands, they are kind of just lost in between those the charts, kind of like the bottom of the first page or at the top of the second page. So yeah, not the places that we want to see from TNR and EVOS, but this time around, let's see whether this first fight can boost them for the side of EVOS VIP.
Yep, and right now I think TNR is safe to say that you can place them slightly above EVO's VIP when it comes to in terms of consistency, right? Because TNR, I feel like they've shown a bit more potential compared to EVO's VIP, but I'm not taking anything away from EVO's. They just need to kind of get through this hurdle, and this would be the fight that cement EVO's VIP as a contender for TNR.
Yeah, absolutely agree that both teams pretty much on a similar sort of level at this point, I can see, but look at this, the gunfire has started at Samji, taking a couple of shots here from a long range, and Zinbi with the long range shot, trying to find where Haiko is, but then again, they still have the cover of the buildings.
Yeah, TNR has one player inside the vehicle as well. It looks like they want to bum rush this, but as it stands, TNR still hasn't found anybody from EVOS out in the open, just had to spring him down, because that's usually what kickstarts the thing, right? You get one down, you get one knocked, then you get into your vehicles, rush those compounds, but as it stands, yeah, TNR just not finding the clips just yet.
Yeah, and if TNR is one of the teams that would absolutely pull the trigger. They get one knock, they will run at you and clean you up as fast as possible. But we are looking at the first airdrop as well as the first PMPL loot of Miramar. So do remember, if you're watching this right now, key in that code because there are a lot of exclusive loots that you can get just by watching the show.
Yeah, I want to hear Sir Cloud say the code though.
But the pass,
He's not even tried.
I don't know why I keep giggling whenever he says that.
The first thing I heard was Budapest.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's close. It's
close.
enough.
It's close. It's
That's
close.
how you start off.
Yeah. Budapest. It's a great place.
It's a great place, but not as great as these guys are at right now because EVOS VIP and TNR keeping eyes on each other. So what? Okay, so we can see at EVOS VIP, I believe they should have a vehicle somewhere at this point, and same goes for TNR. They could move, but if they wait for a second, but look at this play zone.
What?
What the?
Takes out more. Oh man, they've been tanking it too long just now.
Yeah, they couldn't move because of Access NRL, so Moist comes to it. They probably ran out of regen at that point, but second airdrop, M249, right in the open with Small Boy from Resurgence, the closest to this. And if he gets his hands on that M249, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. You can see he is driving the truck uphill. Yeah, probably going for it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, again, Resurgence is one of the teams, right? We kind of expected more from them, but never mind. Easy. The compound, but Azrael explodes the car. Schizo is down, but he's still alive. Now he can finish off Azrael. He's out in the open. Azrael's going to finish him off, but Azrael getting shot from behind as well. He has to be careful. Easy is fighting against Net on the other angle as well. So Easy still hasn't gotten all of the players to shuffle through ST and of course Bosga as well.
Oh man, I thought he actually got away with that jump off the car. It felt like an action movie, but then again, it's just too bad for him. Just that little bit of life left.
Just look at this circle. This circle is
Oh.
This circle is an absolute mess. We have all 16 teams still alive. Okay, Yuhai is a non-factor at this point. He's the only one alive for Team Secret, but all these other teams, we are about to see a lot of fire and a lot of gunfights in the southern side. Honestly, towards the center where Resurgence is residing right now, the peace is not going to stay for long.
Yeah, everybody clustering up in the middle of a circle. They will be fighting each other very soon. As you can see, J8 along with Net right beside each other. But it looks like Net doesn't want to take this fight just yet. J8 is out in the open, but they are behind those hills as well. So they will be able to survive this for the meantime. But Net though, I think they have to get out of this compound because if not, it will be overrun by Easy as well as another team coming in from behind. So yeah, they have to kind of go out with it. But Atai does bleed to death as Rocky will claim that kill. Net still doesn't know how to get out of this compound.
We can see here, looks like J8. Oh, Psycho. Oh, we can see, there's a flank here starting for J8. So they could probably go for the flanks on the Net Brotherhood at this point, but we need to wait and see because Net Brotherhood, they have a compound, so it's not easy for them to get close. But talking about getting close here, looks like TRX on having eyes onto Team No Recall. Ryan now trying to get away while Sinbei is being knocked down.
Yeah, TRX again, they have the cover of the compound. This is probably one of the best plays that you can get within this current circle. So they do have their sights onto TNR. And Evo's VIP, they're lurking from behind. So TNR, they're sandwiched in the middle. They have Evo's VIP on the right. They have TRX on the left. And the worst part is TNR, they're out in the open. So Evo's VIP can very easily pincer them as Insomniacs can continue to get tagged.
Yeah, TNR looks like they want to fight against TRX first. So because of it, Evos is coming in from behind. They should be able to get a couple of flanks in here, but they're playing it very, very careful. They see player from CP Pro is TNR, and CP Pro does get sprayed down, but somehow still alive. Kuza is the one who gets the brunt of it, low as hell, but he's still very much alive. And it looks like Evos VIP does not want to take the fight anymore.
Just so lucky for Kuza that he almost got knocked. Luckily, the shots didn't connect enough, and thank you so much for the terrain as well. You can see here, Luxy is going to go for the flanks here. Stewart is in front, and Stewart now taking a couple of hits there, but behind him there's TRX. Team No Recon have been pinned down. Stewart been knocked down there, and now Stewart is just too far away. Stewart may be finished off by Evos VIP.
Yeah, TNR is stuck between the rock and the hard place. TRX is right in front of him. Evos is pushing in as well because of the blue, so they're getting themselves in better position. But TRX is right in front. It's actually Ryan getting shot by Heiko for the meantime, but now it looks like Ryan will be able to get out of there. He's in a vehicle. The rest of TNR are actually trying to fight this both head on, but I don't think it's wise.
This is going to push TNR to the limit. They have to deal with two teams and they have no choice. They got to take this head on. As Ryan, he gets out of that UAZ, he's going to toss that nade. He gets shot a bit, but that nade is going on to the second floor and TRX is there. Unfortunately, no knockdown just yet. So TNR, the clock is ticking for them with the blue zone closing in. They somehow need to push forward.
And SMG is just behind that. Now we are talking about from 3 tier levels. We are talking about 4 tiers now. SMG obviously has the highest ground, but they don't have the compound. TRX has the compound. But look at this, the next circle actually favors Damansara Esports at this point, together with Axis and RMPX smartly coming in from the north.
Wow, this is such a scary circle because inside of it is already Damansara Esports, NRL, and Resurgence all getting themselves very, very comfortable inside the circle. You has coming in from the north. He's the only one, so it seems that he will be able to get inside the circle uncontested. So I think that's a saving grace for Team Secret. They still have Yuhai still very much alive, and he could get himself onto the top 8 by assistance. Marlino and Tara, they will be fighting very soon towards the northern side.
Yeah, TRX, they are already making a move. They are abandoning this area, but it's going to be a Resurgence now. They have SMG driving straight into them. You can see Kim, he already parked himself. He was the first one to make the move, but Trixinity knows that someone from TRX is there. So the nade does go out. It doesn't connect with TRX just yet, but with Resurgence around the area, SMG, they have to keep a lookout. But the saving grace is they did get a knock onto one of Resurgence's members.
TRX now. Behind them is SMG. And now we can see these teams getting closer and closer with each other. The flag coming up for TRX. Can they go for the flags and can they clear out Resurgence? Iron Pro is way out, but then again the rest of Resurgence, they're right in front. And now Iron Pro didn't fend up the behind. They've just landed behind, but let's get one knockdown. And the Fox motion sees Iron Pro and Iron Pro. Double knockdown from Iron Pro.
Iron Pro leading the charge. CRS gets dropped here. There's still another team on the horizon. It's SMG. RSG has to take the fights on both fronts. Evos is there as well. TNR in the sides of small boy. RSG getting pincer here. They have to fight at least one of the teams. But TNR's Ryan getting sprayed a little bit, but Ryan still very much alive. So again, Resurgence has to fight himself. It's small boy to get a clip there. Insomniacs takes a fall. Evos VIP's Kuza as well takes a fall.
Yeah, Resurgence taking taking on 3 teams at once, but they are somehow coming out on top. They wiped TRX. They were able to get the knock onto Ryan from TNR. They were able to get the knock onto Jenny from SMG and Resurgence. The survival instincts are kicking in. All 4 members still alive, and this is just exceptional performance from Resurgence.
Man, exceptional indeed. Iron Pro one person solo taking out their behinds. Wow, that's a great play by iPhone. But then again, the war is not over yet. Resurgence still at SMG to deal with. Right, but SMG will try to force their way in because they need to make their way inner to the inner circle. And now they're still playing by the edge of a small boy trying to go for the flanks here. But then again, it's not going to be easy. The terrain doesn't help.
Yeah, SMG is right behind us, so small boy and the rest of them can't really push out because there will be another team behind us. So SMG is the one that they're watching towards. They're trying to fight against SMG first before entering the circle because they do not want to fight on both heads or both sides as well. So TNR is still inside the compound. RSG still have yet to make their move there, as SMG looks like they're backing off.
Yeah, SMG, they turn their attention onto Bosco, so that is going to give Resurgence a bit of room to work with, as Sam will also lose his head to Bar. That is a perfect headshot, but the circle is now closing in. And the worst part is, it is moving away from all these teams with Resurgence gatekeeping from that crater. So you're about to see Resurgence take on two teams at once. It's going to be SMG and TNR. Small boy now is going to get into the car. Resurgence says, we are getting out of here. We need to get into the circle.
We need to get into the circle. Indeed, we can see here Damasara Esports looks like they're in the middle of the circle as well. And at the same time, we can see here RSG. They need to fend off other teams coming in from multiple angles. And behind them, Marlino. Just look at this. The number of colors around is insane.
Yeah, there's just so many teams in the round. EVOS gets eliminated at 14th place. Again, they are on the second page. Unfortunate for EVOS VIP. But as it stands, Bosco still trying to fight things off. They are outside of the blue, or outside the circle. Inside the circle itself, there's Damansara Esports gatekeeping them from entering. But the Istara Esports getting eliminated here at 30th place. But RG, look at it. That's right smack in the middle of SMG. But Y2K lands one back. Putra gets dropped. Now there's a chance for Resurgence.
Woki finds Tricinity, so this might be the end of SMG. Only one member left alive. It's going to be Jenny. Jenny was the first one to get dropped just now, but he is the last vistage for SMG and Resurgence. They're going to take their time to bring their members back out, but the shot is going to come through. SMG Jenny will find Y2K, but it does not matter. SMG bow out.
Oh man, SMG bow. They held out as much as possible. Y2K almost go for the finish, but then again, that was a good move as well from the rest of RSG, putting cover for Y2K, and Y2K definitely will be held back up again. And now they need to make their way to the circle. Team No Recall will be lurking on the left side.
Yeah, Damansara Esports, we see the little bit of different, but never mind. Marlino trying to fight with NRL. NRL trying to hide himself on the other side, but he gets exposed as well, as Beam will finish him off. And looks like Marlino will survive for another fight.
Yep, and Axis NRL MPX, things are not over. I see Tiara is lurking somewhere on the low ground, but she is the least of these two teams concerned. The nades are flying out as Rift does take a bit of the hit, but Pamburu is ready. Tosses out the smoke grenade. They need to find a vantage point, but Pamburu is not safe. He's getting shot. Noxy actually blows out Rift with the nade. So right now, Marlino, they have the advantage over Axis NRL.
Oh, Marlino, now we can see here. Oh my goodness, now Pamburu have been knocked down. Sniperman trying to find the rest of Team Access. And now we can see here that Net Brother, the Brotherhood is not strong this time. They have been eliminated at 11th place.
Yeah, NRL and on the back foot, they are left with one player. Epi is all alone here trying to fend the rest of them off. But Damansara Esports back inside the jungle. They should be able to get a couple of kills here onto Bosco. Bosco jumps out. He's Aspa with the clip, but doesn't connect. Bosco still very much alive. Shooting back onto his head. I don't know how he might still alive. But now the kill gets blown out for the second time in a different game.
Oh man, most Boku. I like the tango between these two teams, but it's just not enough as Yi Chong. It's gonna wipe out the rest of Bosco. Nga also bows out, so Damansara live to tell the tale. They are now in the top 10. Easy hours with only one guy left to arrive. Tiara is a surviving princess for PPG as Yuhai finally is going to inch closer and closer into the circle, but Resurgence, we saw them defend their ground, and now they have a clear entry from the western side as PPG finally gets eliminated alongside Axis NRL.
Yeah, so just all coming into the circle. So Damansara Esports, they have to shuffle back towards the eastern side this time around. Means right in front of him, Team Secret under a lot of heavy fire from Marlino as well. So there's not a lot of wiggle room for them to play with as Yuhai right smack in the middle of the circle. I'm not too sure how he got himself there, but I'm not too sure if he can stay there as well because Marlino is coming in from the eastern side. TNR on the horizon, JA is coming in from below. There's so many teams around Yuhai.
Oh, now he's now down to the Wonder Kid. Team Secret, Yuhai, can he clutch this out? We can see a Superboy getting closer and closer, but Yuhai, his position is being exposed, and now Superboy, we're going for the flags here. Yuhai is now in trouble. He needs to recover himself, but then again, he needs more time. But time is not on his side. Marlino is going for Yuhai. You can see Yuhai is now down to 40% of health. Yuhai is still trying to get up on his feet, but then again, it's just too many for him. UI now, he missed the shot, but it's just too many for him. UI is out, so is Team Secret.
Yeah,
Managed to get the down onto Noxy, but that's all she wrote. Now Resurgence, they are in the limelight, but Moss Goku is going to make sure that Y2K goes down once more. Damasara have been very close contestants when it comes to them and teams like Resurgence. Small Boy is now going to get sprayed by Damasara. Y2K will be finished off by Moss Goku alongside MSP. So Resurgence, they survive a two-team clash, but now they have to face DMS.
Yeah, Damasara bought the last 3 circles. Now the circle's not with them, but they don't have to shuffle that far. In front of them is actually Resurgence, Marino in one compound, J8 underneath them as well. So they're all clustering up together, but J8 already lost them QT, or actually on the floor. The rest of J8 actually funneling through as well, but there's no way to enter here as Resurgence small ball just get knocked. Again, Damasara looks very strong here. They have all 4 players. They're coming in from where nobody's at. Without the resistance, they should be able to get this win.
Oh yeah, absolutely strong play by Damasara Esports so far, but then again, the compound is on the side of Marlino. We can see here, and we can see J8 as well coming in from the other side. Iron Pro is going to stay still, and this airdrop just need to troll everyone by putting itself in the middle of the battlefield.
And you just have to keep your eyes on the next circle. Will Marlino be forced out by the game? Can Damasara hold on? They are using those smokes as cover. They probably know where Iron Pro is right now, so Iron Pro has to play the role of Zully from JA when you look at the Sandhawk game. He cannot move. This is out in the open, but Iron Pro might be finished out and Ziggs drives straight into him. But Marlino will steal that kill away, and now Ziggs puts himself in a pretty precarious position.
Yeah, Resurgence out in 5th place. It looks like Damasara Esports still has a chance here as Ziggs very, very low. But J8 is coming from one side, Marlino is coming in from one side. They have to be careful because they're right smack in the middle, and J8 is getting pushed by the blue as well. So Damasara Esports kind of have to choose where they want to take this fight.
Oh my goodness, Marlino has to come by the circle at the same time. The sniper! Moss Goku goes down thanks to Sniper Man, because here Ziggs is still hanging on to that position. Ichong on the other side as well. Damasara Esports will need to make them move, but at the same time, Insomniac still survives on Team No Recall.
Yeah, he's pretty close to the circle, and no one is looking at him. Only Damasara had their scope pointing at Insomniac, but they're too busy as the Porta will make sure that Ichong loses his head in that process. Damn you, trying to touch nade, but Super Boy says no nade for you. Rocky now has to bring Damn Cutie back up as Marlino with the help of the compound might be able to hold on to this. They're going to take out Porta as well. JA down to the last legs.
Damasara, they had 4 players going in here. Now they're left with 2 Ichongs on the floor as well. Ziggs all alone. Marlino still has 4. Behind them is TNR's Insomniac. See, hasn't pushed just yet. Waiting for the blue to push in as well. JA's Rocky will have to shuffle back in towards the circle, but Damasara, Ziggs has an entry, but JA's Botak does get dropped by the play zone. The rest of them putting in as well, but this is Rocky spraying him down, but Rocky's still very much alive and now. Damn Cutie will be finished off. JA left with 2 men. No, JA is out.
Oh, it's 4v1v1 now. Everything's on the side of Marlino. They have the circle, they have the numbers, Insomniac and Ziggs. What can they do here? Ziggs, if he still has a grenade, he can toss it out to the side of Insomniac, but then again, he will also need to make a move right now because the blue zone will close in.
Not sure if they know that Insomniac is there, but there's not much room to work with though. They have their eyes onto Ziggs. They know that Damasara is around, but Insomniac, he is creeping, he's holding his breath. He might be able to deal a bit of damage towards Marlino, who have the blessings of the circle and the compound. So this might be a joint effort from the survivors of these 2 teams, but Insomniac is going to drop Superboy. He has 60% health to work with, but his run ends there. Ziggs finds Insomniac, so he's the one who now has to face the music of 4 members of Marlino. He gets the spray into the smoke, he gets 1, he gets 2, but Marlino fire back. They also know where Ziggs is, and Ziggs, his time is limited.
His time is definitely limited right now. The first thing he will be poked out by Ziggs, but then again, Ziggs now down to 50% health. Ziggs now trying to go for the flag here, but then again, what can he do? It's out over, and there you go. Marlino cannot lose this. Winner chicken dinner goes to Marlino.
Whoa! Unfortunate though for Damasara Esports. They came into that circle with 4 players, but they lost 2 in constitution. Ziggs was all that's left. He couldn't really fight on all angles, but Marlino held on to that compound for the longest time. There were 4 players inside. TNR was behind, but they crushed that as well. JA coming.
And a bit of the roster shuffle does help as well, so the talent pool continues to expand. But we are going to jump straight into Erangel Group A versus Group C. It's going to be the final 2 rounds for these 2 teams. It's going to be a heck of a match.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The flight will begin from Severny all the way down to the military base. So Severny is the house of Uruguay. They will be happy with this flight path. It will be an easy jump for them. But for some of the teams that like to drop, especially onto Milta Power, no, it's going to be a little bit far for them. But then again, that is normally Team SMG. They won't be playing this round. We will have some of my favorite Singaporean teams, especially HMT. I'm talking about you guys. You guys need to get that chicken dinner on the board.
Yeah, just talking about this, right? Group A and Group C taking on each other, right? We have Yudu, Geek Fam, and of course Team Secret, all three of them inside these two groups. So they will be playing against each other right now. So this is one of the things that we've been watching, right? Geek Fam, can they sustain their place at the top spot? Can Team Secret climb back up? Can Yudu gangs, I think, win a little bit more than they went? I mean, just about what we expected, right? At least a couple of chicken dinners in the last weekend. They didn't really get it. They only got one. So again, we're looking at Yudu to get themselves up in the rhythm of things. But so far, not yet.
Yeah, an interesting observation so far. Yudu, for the first time ever, they completely just forego Gadka. They are actually dropping a Severny and near shooting range. But let's take a look at the observer lineups, the mans and the myths and the legends that have been bringing us all these cool shots and highlights for the PMPL. It's going to be the director, Exa, alongside Topcast, Zai, Ngek, and Yoda. These guys have been amazing. They're experienced observers.
Amazing indeed. But is it as amazing as the circle here? Now, circle, yes, it cuts across the military base island as well as the main island. But then again, this kind of circle, it may go to the main island, but, well, we have seen enough scams from the circle. It could go down south if it wants to, so we just need to wait and see what happens later on. But I'm just looking at this. Dingoes is in between a few team members of FV. So Bravo is out in the open. Well, expect to see some action maybe.
Yeah, like this time around, Damansar Esports a little bit more centered into the circle. So, yeah, a little bit of changes from a few of these teams from the dropping spot. But Yudu up in Severny, usually uncontested, kind of like J8 as well. So most of the time uncontested, unless when 8GMT kind of just follows them when they drop. But other than that, Yudu gang, of course, one of these teams, people do not really like to take those fights against them. But as we see their how they've been playing or last couple of days, I think most of these teams, or at least a lot of these teams, will try to fight Yudu head on because they have a chance.
Yeah, and that's where I think it's time to open the Pandora box, right? Jumper and Manparang, was that the difference that has affected Yudu Gang's performance in week 2? Because week 1 with Manparang, it felt like Yudu Gang had a bit more footing in those rounds that they played.
Yeah, absolutely agree that. Well, statistically, yeah, it feels like if having Manparang in the team gives them a little bit more dynamics. They actually have somebody from behind to have a bird's eye view and take those long range shots. But if you put Jumper in the lineup, it feels that everyone's a fragger. You need to play close range, and that's their only strategy. It's hard to be diverse if you don't have someone who can take it from behind.
Yeah, you kind of see the formation difference when Mamparang is playing as well. You don't see when he plays the spot where Jumper plays, he doesn't go all out front. He knows how to cover his teammates while they are trying to search into a compound as well. So yeah, a little bit of a different dynamic, but hopefully it doesn't change too much because we do want to see Jumper there as well, playing for the side of Yudu Gang. But as it stands, yeah, we kind of saw more action when Mamparang was playing.
Yeah, and I think we saw less of the Fracky duo with Jumper subbing in for Mamparang, but that remains to be answered, right? Perhaps Yudu are still trying to find a footing. I believe they still have time. It's only week 2. They are in 4th place, so plenty of breathing room that they can use to recompose themselves. But teams like TRX, they made it onto the first page, but they are now being bumped down to 10th, 11th. So second page with Net Brotherhood now taking over the position. I feel that they have a chance to still make it back. They have challenged Team Secret, and we saw that. Even though they lost, they did put out a good fight.
I can't help to notice as well that we have only 63 players in this map. So somebody is either... I don't think anyone actually died early on, so a team must be playing with only 3 team members. But we need to wait and see later on which team could that be. So, well, so far so good for all these teams. Everyone's having a good start.
Yeah, nobody's trying to converge onto a compound. Just not taking those early fights too much. playing it a little bit more safer. Again, we are playing on Erangel. You don't really have to rush in because it's open planes as well for you to play. You don't really have to rush into it as a circle. You can play it a little bit more comfortable if you like, slower towards outside of the circle where like Damansara Esports like to play, TRX as well. So yeah, you don't really have to rush in. You don't really have to fight. I think a lot of these teams are just slowing down in this last couple of games.
Yeah, I think that is a good move, right? Because now Team Secret has definitely established themselves as the raid boss. They show up, they clean up, they get the points, right? They make their way closer to the chicken dinner. But of course, this is going to be the game. This is going to be a recurring question because it's Group A. So Flash Vision is playing. So where is Flash Vision? Where do you place them? Because we definitely will celebrate their 100th kill in this game on Erangel.
In this game, even you are not sure. Like, I'm not sure if they can pick up.
I mean, they get no kills, then maybe next round they have 2 rounds to get that 1 kill. Come on.
Hopefully, they don't pull a PPG. I say.
Whoa.
Oh.
Sir Cloud is not gonna be happy about that.
I know Amy's not going to be happy after hearing that.
It's okay. She's not playing today.
Oh yeah, she isn't. So
It was Daisy is replacing.
Daisy replacing. Yeah, maybe that's why. But
Maybe that's
Oh,
why.
maybe that's why.
Did you just get
So now-
behind me?
So did you just call out Daisy?
no, just call out Wen. Just need to take that punch or something. Come on, Wen. Come on.
I love it when everybody, when you guys are trying to attack me at the same time, you're attacking somebody else.
Well,
Unfortunately.
I know Daisy has not had the best rounds, but come on.
Yeah, but it's just the same recurring movie, right? We see PPG at the start of it, in the introduction, when all the key players come on form onto the screen. But then, it's the dissimilarities between that and the movie is that the heroes don't die very early on. So that's very much the
Wow.
difference there.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh man.
You know, you kind of take like you know when the heroes fighting the bad guy, you kind of have 3 fights, right? You fight at the start of the movie, and then in the middle you kind of have a scuffle, and then at the end you win the fight, right?
I like how he's
PG is at the first.
I like
stop.
his trying to like sugarcoat it, but he's just making it worse. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think we just segue here back to Husky
Yeah,
then.
no,
Thank-
let me take it away, okay?
They're trying
So-
to save me. Thank you very much.
So basically, truth be told, right? Like I think for those who have followed PPG or at least the Singaporean teams from the qualifiers until now, it is safe to say that the credits that we gave PPG, you know, making history, this and that, their past achievements, that is long overdue. Now it is a clean slate. They need to, show something. They need to show more results because those past achievements, they are not going to mean much in the long run, especially when you're up against the best teams in the region.
Yeah, I do agree with that. At the end of the day, you need to find way to make yourself into the top 16. If you don't, then it wouldn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And as well, for other teams that are currently on the page 3, 8GMT, I'm looking at you guys. Okay, 8GMT is a little bit more sad, right? They don't even have a history of getting that chicken dinner on the board. They have something else though.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
something else, right? I think when you look at the 4 teams from Singapore, I know we'll be talking about them a lot, but the 4 teams from Singapore, PPG is the only team with chicken dinner, so it's like ironically with chicken dinner. But the other 3 teams, they on paper are better performers than PPG.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird when you look at the other 3 teams and go like, why are they still not up there? Kingston's were the closest one. They ended up in 3rd place. At the start of the day, but. I don't know. I think the rest of the story can only be described when they actually accomplish that chicken dinner.
Oh, but okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Oh.
Now we just want to.
Chill out.
Chill out.
Relax.
Oh man.
Okay, now we just want to troll you guys. That's fine. I don't, we haven't had that for a while, so we just want to.
Wait, whoa.
Okay,
whoa,
okay,
no.
I'm not going to say that. But what I'm going to say is that this is the airdrop here with the MK14 in, and of course that means you have a chance to catch the PMPL loot. Like and follow the PUBG Mobile Esports Malaysia page while you're at it and punch in the code Budapest
3.
3.
Thank you very much, and there it is, your loot for you guys at home to participate in the PMPL loot as well. Get yourself some nice freebies. And Fredo right now. Oh my god, 8GMT has won the scuffle against Yudu, and Fredo gets dropped instantly. 8GMT starting off on the right foot.
Oh, welcome to the club, AGMT, the team that does challenge you to head on. So the head-to-head count, at least for this week, AGMT against Yudu is 2-1 in favor of AGMT, which is pretty surprising. Yes, and then on Erangel, AGMT has won against Yudu most of the times. And this time with Fredo out, I think AG&T feels pretty good about themselves.
Yeah, very good opening kill from 8GMT there. And Yudu losing Fredo very early on, that gives a lot of brunt of the attack away, or you kind of feel like you are less on the aggressive side because Fredo is one of those players who can just jump into the danger, right? Trying to take all those fights, and then they have support in the back. But without Fredo, they're kind of missing the tip of the spear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but looks like, oh, it's not over yet. This team looks like Yudu, do they want to take this revenge? But AGMT, no, they're not shooting towards Yudu. They're shooting towards We-Star Expert, in fact, which is trying to cross the road. They have a couple of vehicles here, but they have a compound for themselves. So they will need to chill out here for now. They are in the circle at this point. Most teams, they made their way into the circle. So it's probably going to be okay till the next one.
Yeah, and Axis, NRL, and PX is also within the vicinity, within shooting range, within firing range of AGMT. So AGMT, they are kind of surrounded by multiple teams. They gotta pick their fights accordingly, because this is a situation where AGMT, they don't really excel, right? They are not that well versed in handling multiple teams. Paburu does get a bit of bullet spray at him, but it's not gonna connect. So he got pretty lucky with that UAZ right there.
Yeah, AGMT right smack in the middle of Yudu and of course NRL. So a little bit uncertain of what they want to do here. Again, this is one of the places which is quite nice for you to defend, but at the same time it's very open. Once you pick out, you are out and about and under the line of fire. Again, once you peek through, half your body is seen, so they can be sprayed upon as well. And that's one of the places where you kind of can get an inkling of where the players are playing from inside the compound itself. So yeah, it makes it a little bit easier. I forgot who I was asking. I think maybe it was Aaron, and Aaron was saying that factory is actually very hard to defend.
I feel like these kind of open areas, despite the fact that you have less angles to watch, but open areas also mean that the enemies will have less angles to worry about. It's kind of a 50-50 thing, right? I think AGMT, fortunately enough for them, they are comfortable with compound fights. They are comfortable with CQC. Yudu, after this losing arguably the Terminator of the league so far, they are going to take a backseat for now.
Yeah, no need. They are taking a backseat by the cars as well. They are reversing into the back. So we can see here that We-Star is all Romeo just in front, tapping for jumper, managed to take out half of Romeo's life there, and they will get refuge in the compound.
Yeah, it looks like Yudu trying to get a better angle. He's trying to get some elevation on top of this other team. We-Star is one of those teams as well. As they have gotten themselves into a compound, they should be able to hide here, but it looks like Superlong wants to go in for a fight. As you can see, a couple of players from Yudu popping their heads as well. Superlong, can he find this shot though? It doesn't seem that he can, because there's just no way for him to find the players from Yudu.
Yep, and with the circle now closing in right towards the middle, so you do have Yudu gang again smack in the middle. It's either the circle runs away from them or the circle puts them as the center point, as the focal point, but either way, Yudu have yet to find success just yet. What was it, 24 games since Yudu got their last chicken dinner? That is...
Oh, what you saying, man? Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, I'm just quoting what Wendell told me about the airdrop.
Oh, no.
But the MK14 extended quick draw. I like the level 3, the common stuffs for the airdrop and PMPL. I think by now everyone is already used to it. But unfortunately, this one does not have a PMPL loot, so you guys will just have to keep your eye out. But quick hint, if there's an airdrop, there's a chance that there might be some loots for you guys.
Yeah, always be ready to punch in the code and for me to read out the codes in a way that Wendell really likes the most. So yeah, but looks like not for this time. EVOS VIP with a long range shot here from Luxy. Not too sure what he sees. Oh, okay. He's just trying to puncture the car so that it just cuts the mobility for anyone trying to get the vehicle.
I think EVOS is trying to slow their gears a little bit, right? Right now they're playing it a little bit slower than what they're used to. They like to try to take fights very early on. This time around, they have found a compound. They're going to stay here for the meantime. This is actually quite different from what we saw on, I think, on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of the teams were actually out and about in the wrangle. They didn't really take compounds. They were taking fight outside in the open, which what Gig and Yudu are doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, this time around, a lot of these teams, they kind of just gave that up, trying to play a little bit more defensively inside the compounds instead. As every, the team that we've been saying has to pick up the slack. Under a lot of heavy fire, they see a couple of players coming in from the boss side. But they will be dropped first. Zach fires back, but it looks like they will be able to get a couple of kills in as Asper takes down 4-2 as well. Evie in a lot of trouble. Boss Group trying to push on towards them.
Yeah. Yeah, 420, that's out in the open. That's a free kill, and Bosco
Sun!
Sam drives right in, right
Oh.
beside Arm. He does get tagged, so Zach's gonna drop him, but the rest of Bosco is gonna provide the cover fire. Zach gets a hit taken off, and Z will find X Arm as well, and suddenly Flash Vision, they will be down to their last legs. The nade that's come through, it tags onto Z, but the damage is just not enough, and you can see Flash Vision, they're starting to abandon ship. Zach closes the door. He does have a bit of vision, knows where the members of Bosco are. Z is right behind the shack. It blows up. It's not enough though. Zach can toss out that smoke grenade just to provide a bit of cover. He's just buying time. Sam will be revived, but Flash Vision Saitama, he has completely abandoned his teammate.
Oh, Saitama, he's still around actually, but
he's still back.
yes, Zach is going to go for it with the toss of the grenade there. Will we connect, but then the energy drink will be taken out. Now Z is coming in from the behind, trying to find a good angle onto Zach, but Zach is still hanging on to this shack here. The nade will be tossed out by Zach. But there you go. The nade from Ma knocks out Zach, and there's only Saitama down there. Do they know that? Oh, I think they missed Saitama.
They need the 100th kill. Come on. One kill for Flash Vision. Come
just
on.
one kill.
Just one kill.
Oh my god, that sounds so sad.
Saitama's gonna be the one.
Yeah, but Bosco is going to rummage towards them, and he'll be Saitama out there in the open. Bosco just finished off Zach as well. Saitama's also there. He's gone. I gotta say, FB
Never mind.
out at 16.
Never mind. Next game. Okay, there's one more round. Just one more round. Come on, someone.
You said it right. It could be this game, could be next game.
Yes.
I don't know why I feel so much sympathy for Flash Vision.
Yeah, just
one kill.
one kill.
Oh,
right?
man.
It happened.
I'm speechless.
It happens.
Yeah, as it stands, it looks like TS, Kingsman, and Yudu all are converging towards each other. So this will be a very big fight. As you can see Yudu towards the southern side. You can see Kingsman towards the more western side, eastern side. And then on the west, we have TS as well. So they kind of have to be careful here, Yudu, because they are inside the compound. Kingsman is outside. They can take these fights against Kingsman, but Kingsman are approaching on towards Team Secret. So Team Secret have to be wary of this.
We can see here, looks like Kingsman, they are taking the underground shelter here. So this is a very peculiar place whereby it's not, people don't usually check this place. So if you happen to have the circle on your side here, it can go either way, because we have seen that vehicles blocking the entrance. But hang on a second on that. Damasara and Bravo right in front of him, and that's putting a lot of pressure to Bravo. Bravo now being pinned back. All these teams, they are in the circle at this point. The vehicle will be blown up.
Yep, and the thing goes now under heavy fire by Damansara Esports as a QB also takes out Appy, but you can see it might be a third party. PPG, the queens of backstabbing, they are on the high ground. They are watching this unfold. Putri is in the front line. She's scouting everything out, but it seems like the main characters is going to be Dingos and Damansara as X's NR and PX was taken out by the Vistage of GigFam and TRX.
Yeah, the rest of PPG are encroaching on towards them as well. Damansara has to be careful here. They have Steve 4-man strong. They can take this fight as Bravo out in the open. Dingos has 3 more players towards the right side of Damansara Esports. So they have to be careful here. Damansara, they might get pincer in, but as it stands, it looks like the PPG players will come in from behind them, Dingos instead.
Oh, we can see him. Goku still keep.
Oh no!
Oh, and Sun now to spray from NSP, but then again, Sun is still alive, but not for long. Sun will be knocked down. You can see a knock on the left side as well together with AG, and oh, Bosco is out at 14 plays at the same time. Knock now tries to help his buddy, but then again, NSP is just not showing any mercy.
Yeah, he ran before the smoke started coming out, so that is a crucial mistake. But Putri has been flushed out by both Dingos and Damansara. So PPG's plan to try and backstab might have been foiled as the grenade comes down from Moss Goku to hit on to 2 of Dingos, and Moss Goku, he's gonna smell the Dingos bleeding out. Damansara might go in for the cleanup.
Yeah, they're going to try and find them, but as he says, going forward behind Sam will be dropped here. The second player, AG, as well, has been seen by Moscow. He should be able to finish this off. This is a great start from Damansara Esports, but it looks like PPG is still out and about. They still have to be careful about PPG because they can rummage through Damansara Esports.
Oh, we can see here now the Dingos. They still have Bravo here, but he's kind of surrounded. PPG behind him. At the same time, Damansara Esports right in front of him as well. And Bravo now proning among the smoke, trying to find cover here, but they do know his position. And now Bravo, oh man, I'm not sure how long can he last here.
Yeah, Damansara, they know where Bravo is. Moy is also bleeding out. PPG already lost 2 members, and with Moy down is Tiara, the last surviving member. They wanted to come coming for the flank, but it seems like the blue is not in their favor. They are taking shots, and it seems like PPG's run might just end. Sugar Spice and everything, maybe not so nice for this round. The smoke grenade is popped though, so 10 seconds is all Tiara need to bring Moy back to life.
Yeah, PPG in a lot of trouble. They have 2 players left, and you can see Damansage Sports have a better positioning. They are closer towards the circle as well. Dingos has Bravo on the left side, but as it stands, Bravo is trying to circle his way in towards the middle, but as it stands, he can't really push out. Damansage Sports watching towards that area as well. So PPG, they have a chance to get themselves in towards the circle, but as it stands, there's another group, another team towards the northern side. It's actually still Hearts, but Bravo is still very much alive here. Let's see what he can do.
Oh, Bravo, he knows that PPG just in front of him thanks to the smoke now, and now Bravo will do to make it look. Hang on a second, and now Wolves here will be taken out, and we can see a Kingsman. The name will be lobbed onto the side, but it does not connect enough. Kicham is still the last one here, and tops out another grenade, but then again, the second grenade will not connect as well. Kingsman will find refuge in the shelter.
Man, Kingsman comes up from the sewers and just immediately stabs AK in the back, but Superman, he's waiting, this guy. But we know V-Star Exo, they love to do this. They need to be careful, Kicham. The Kicham is dead. You can see Lord is already starting to get shot. Naoki runs over Shao, but the nade flies right through the shack. It finds the last member of AKA, but AGMT is also out as well. V-Star Expert eliminate AKA, but they gotta know that someone is in that sewer, and that is the Kingsman.
They're actually trying to push out here, and Kingsman actually has a chance to get out of the drainage, but really it stands like Yuhai trying to look towards V-Star Esports, trying to spray them down, but as it stands, V-Star Esports already got themselves towards the top of the hill. TCS still has 4 players, but they're firing on towards GeekFam, and Kingsman actually rolling towards the middle of them.
Oh, and Yudu, they only have Jumper left actually. Not too sure what happened earlier with Drax and Naoki and the rest of the crew, but then again, it's only Jumper now holding it out for Yudu, and now Team Secret. So yeah, 4 team members at Damru right now. Rex here with the spray go out, but look at that. But there you go. Yudu Gang is out at 10th place.
Yep, and Secret caught between multiple teams. You have Geekfan to worry about. V-Star Expert, they drove by. They don't want to part of this. QB gets found by Rex, but Kingsman, they might interfere. Rex does get the nade drop onto him, but the damage isn't enough. iShot is down though, and now the backstab comes in. Kingsman wants a piece of this. Matoi gets tagged, but he's somehow still alive. Yuhai with the nades actually going to take out Wagyu's. Has Kingsman's plan to come in from behind, get faulted by Secret.
Yeah, Team Secret in a little bit of a precarious position here as Rex is a little bit further behind. Maito wants to take this fight against Kingsman, but he can't really go through this car. So as he stands, Team Secret has to kind of stay on that path. Damansari Esports has been eliminated here. Geekfam is in a lot of trouble. They are clustered in the middle of between 3 of these teams, so they have to fight their way out.
Such an open position for the next circle. As we can see here, all teams will need to make their move. We can see here, EVOS VIP, they are still playing by the edge of the circle, but look at this kick, fam, it's out.
Yeah, and even though the map says shelter, the one thing that's lacking in the circle is a shelter. Team Secret, despite sustaining a lot of injuries, a couple of knocks, they still have the entire team left alive. And now Yuhai, he smells blood. He wants that retribution for the chicken dinner that he let slip away. He smells Evo's VIP nearby. He's gonna get his scope out. Kuza will be in his crosshair.
Yep, Yuhai right now trying to trail between all of these teams. But as it stands though, we are on the top 6 and EVOS is right there in between them as well. So this is very good news for EVOS fans, but as it stands, they have to get themselves closer to the finish as Rex comes spraying on towards the players from Kingsman. Again, they had to cut Team Secret and Steelhearts if I'm not mistaken, so they have to get themselves into a very bad position. But it looks like TRX still has 1 player there. V-Star has 2 right in front of but that's straight down from Mal will not connect, but I think they will be able to get a little bit more damage onto the TRX players. The spray down will not connect.
Oh, and Steelhearts actually the one playing with only 3 team members at this point, and Lorenzo is not playing in this round here, ladies and gentlemen, especially again. But then again, it's pretty decent spot for the top 6 so far.
Exactly, Yuhai now come with the nade. Here comes iShot, so it's gonna fight Janik TRX, the team that directly challenged Team Secret. Is now gonna face their rep, but Team Secret has 2 men now. Yuhai and iShot are both incapacitated. TRX, they have the members, but both teams will take the time to revive the teammate, and that is where Romeo will lob up the nade. Is towards Yuhai and Matoi. It's gonna connect onto both Matoi and Yuhai, but it's not enough to take them out just yet.
Oh, just not yet. We can see here that Team Secret, they are on the lower ground. They need to find a way to get to the higher ground because the next circle, we need to wait and see what happens. There's a little road there, but oh, the Singaporeans, Kingsman, is out at 6th place.
Yeah, unfortunately, but TRX still has 4 players. EVOS still has 4. CHARTS has 3. VStar has 3. TS has 4 players still. And TS is going to converge onto an area where TRX is going to run inside as well. So they're going to be fighting each other very soon. EVOS is kind of safe for now because there's nobody towards the southern side. But as you said, still Hearts is still watching on towards them. For now, I do think that TS has the upper hand coming into the circle, but anything could happen here.
Steelheart is the only Singaporean team left. We know that when they play with these 3 members, they somehow just turn things up a notch. And now Secret again under heavy fire, but the damage is just not enough to completely drop them as Janik will have his health bar taken out by Rax. But Janik also survives. Rax now turns his attention towards the high ground to see Adak, but Adak will be able to duck behind that rock. So all these members who are targeted by Team Secret have been able to find a bit of refuge, but Secret, they gotta push forward.
Yeah. Rax are going in for the fight as well. They're spraying down TRX, but it's actually VStar who gets knocked by Yuhai there, and Romeo will be finished off as well. So VStar still alive, but 1 man less as Yuhai going to try and come in from behind as well. Cruza does get dropped by Rolando, but as VStar is fighting that end, Yuhai is coming in from behind as well. This is a very smart point fight. Instantly Carl stands up! Carl stands up and Yuhai gets knocked here. Aisha has a way to get towards him.
Oh, he was about to go for the flags there, but then again his position had been made known to the enemy, and now iShots we need to hang up for Team Secret together with Rax as well as Matoy. We can see as Supola having the high ground advantage here. He will pull his way for the right moment. He is outside the safe zone. He will need to dig himself way into the safe zone.
And that was very crucial. Taking out Yuhai is the first step to prevent Team Secret from doing that miracle chicken dinner. But the nade from iShots is going to fight Kim. TRX now, they have Janik to save them. Janik is holding on from the other side. Zizo as well, having the high ground. So iShots, he has to clear the path for his team, or at least for himself. The nade is going to fly out, but Janik will not go down.
Yeah, they're going to try and converge onto the middle side of the circle here. As Kim's still bleeding out, iShot should be able to get a couple of kills here. If I'm not mistaken, as Janik is going to try and save Motion, but Motion does get dropped though on the floor. Does get finished on the net, comes flying out from iShot. Does it connect? Doesn't seem so. But as he says, CRS firing back onto his Rex. Rex does get dropped there. Carl still fighting himself, trying to get himself to the circle, but Evo still has 4.
Oh, Evo's VIP there in the same area. At this point, we can see here at least 3 of them, but the nade, well, we'll love
here comes the huge nade.
Here comes the huge nade. Could have been a Kobe, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little bit too short.
Team Secret now, with 2 members left, like the Urex duo have been eliminated. It's down to Matoy and iShots. Both members are more proficient in fighting from afar. And Super
wow!
far shot finds the round, and there goes Steelheart. They're out in 5th.
Yes, Roland is trying to engage on that, but this time around, EVOS has the upper hand. Carl will try to fire on as well. He's the only one that's left. But instead, looks at last he wants to check a kill up on TRX as well. They're fighting on both ends as TS is right in front of them.
Oh, we can see it. EVOS in Heiko. Little bit more Heiko. Bashing in the kill up. And there you go. Top 2 this EVOS VIP on Team Secret. EVOS has a high ground now. Mato and Heiko now. And Heiko is way all alone together with Luxy. We have a Luxy, but we take it out. Heiko will need to be the hero for his team.
He has time to recover his health, so he does have the resources to take out the rest of Team Secret. He props out the nades, tossing onto the wrong angle, so but it seems like Team Secret has an inkling of where he is. You can see they are now splitting up. Matoy is going towards the southern side. They need to get this flank in, and it seems like Team Secret are on their way towards their 6th chicken dinner. Matoy goes a little bit of a jump. He needs that high ground vision on where Heiko is, and Heiko is on the move, guerrilla warfare style. And I think Team Secret, they just need to play this slow. Heiko is in front of Matoy, but Matoy is going to see him first, and Secret get their 6th chicken dinner.
Oh man, Team Secret here, ladies and gentlemen, getting their 6th chicken dinner. Heiko, the last man standing for EVOS VIP, couldn't hang on to it, but congratulations to Team Secret.
Yeah, I gotta say that was one of the closest matches I saw EVOS getting into its top 3, right? So not a lot.
But ladies and gentlemen, we will be heading to the last game for the day, and this is none other than Vikende.
Vikende? PPG?
No, I don't think so. I'm so bad.
Like a horrible person.
You guys are evil.
No, he is evil. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm kind of evil. I'm kind of a cynic a little bit. But yeah, we're looking for PPG to claim their first win of the fight, of the map. Their first fight. I want to see them win their third chicken dinner, but I want to see them winning their first fight for them to kind of just start things off on the right foot. Every single time losing one player is not the way you want to go out. So yeah, maybe resist going for those fights very early on. Maybe take it a little bit later. I'm not too sure what PPG can do in this situation without getting 4 circles in their favor.
Yep. Resist.
I hear myself. I know where I'm going with that. I hear myself. Okay. Keep calm, win. Sit down, relax.
Yeah, relax, because our observers are just so relaxed, as we can see here. Observer lineup, thank you so much to Axer, Zai, Topcast, Nyak, and Yoda. But the circle isn't chill.
No, no teams are dropping there. Everyone just dropped like on the southern side, and the circle is like, you know what? Let's go to Cosmodrome.
Yeah, I thought I was rude. The circles were rude at me, man. That's so far out. Nobody's there at all.
No, this is like the first time you see a circle where when it forms, no team is in it. So this is a free for all.
Yeah, I can see that V-Star Express kinda in it, but yeah, pretty much that's about it. But
PPG!
No!
Oh my
No!
god! Oh my god!
No!
Oh my god!
Oh no! Oh my heart! Oh.
you know what? I sympathize a lot, but I can't help it because you guys are laughing.
No, he was laughing.
Oh my god, when? Oh man.
They ran Tiara over. Come on.
Come on, this is like watching the Ghostbusters over and over again. You know what's going to happen in that movie,
No,
right? You know they're going to fight the bad guy at the end. You know how the movie's going to start. It's just watching the same movie over and over again. Just the first 5 minutes. Oh my god, I hear myself. Oh my god, I'm such a cynic. Oh my lord.
Oh my goodness.
I cannot take this.
It's not supposed to be funny.
This is too much for me.
But when it's just making me tear up as well. Oh my goodness.
We are going to have a very long talk during postmortem later. The debrief is not going to be kind.
I'm going to be in a lot of hot water after this.
You will face the tune later on.
8GMT, this time around they will have free reigns here, so they won't be fighting anybody head on. As we can tell that 8GMT likes to take fights heavy very early on as well, and they have been getting some of that, especially against Yudu, as you've been saying earlier, right? They had like maybe 5 fights between them and Yudu, and they won 3 out of 5.
It's 2-2 so far.
Oh, 2-2, okay.
Yeah, it's
2-2. It's actually quite level.
I'm sorry, guys. Okay, this is the second time.
Oh
This is the second time in 2 weeks that when really cracked me up like nobody's business.
I'm trying to take the game seriously.
How can you take the game seriously? It's like watching the same movie, right? You know how it's gonna start.
You're not helping.
Oh my god. The table has gone nuts, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's happening, but Cloud is laughing along with Husky as well. Husky is covering his face. He can't stop laughing. Oh my god.
Oh man, I'm tearing out.
I gotta say, I thank PPG for that laugh. It was kind of fun.
No, stop. Give them a break.
Okay, back to Kingsman. Again, one of the teams from the Singapore side that you said you really want to see performing a little bit better. They have got themselves towards the middle of the pack, but they still have a long ways to go. I'm trying to be professional, right?
You had to carry the broadcast.
Oh no. I have headache from laughing.
We will take a break. We'll be back.
We'll be back after this.
We'll be back after when we get into the 4th and 5th. Okay. But yes, this is other than the qualifiers. Week 1 the Singaporean teams are spread apart. So this week is a treat, right? For the weekend at least, we get to see. Actually the entire week we get to see the entire Singaporean team. All 4 Singaporean teams play together, and now Flash Vision, 100 kills. Okay, they are facing up against TRX. So TRX, we did see the improvement. I mean, they were more proactive, more aggressive, and they definitely grew up. They were more gutsy, right? They were taking on Secret, they were taking on multiple teams at once, but this is it. This is it, Flash Vision. Come on, guys. They are getting shot by Kim. They're driving away. They're driving away.
Your 1 point is right in front of you. The black and white knows that. He's getting shot from behind. He will be able to be safe for the meantime, but the rest of them are actually out and about. Ziso has a little bit line of sight one towards 420 as well, so he should be able to get a couple of kills of FV. Do they want to take this fight, claim their 1 point, or do they want to back off?
Oh, come on, FV. You guys can do it. Come on, I'm rooting for you guys. Okay, I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We need to pull ourselves
We need to
together.
get past this phase.
It's
Okay,
time for Cloud to compose himself, I think.
They are going to try. Zach continues to
Okay.
get tagged. Here comes the nade from Saitama straight into the. Okay, it's gonna land on the roof, so no damage just yet. But FV taking this slow. So last game on Irango, they ran to a more aggressive line. Was it V-Star Experts?
it was Bosco.
It was Bosco, right?
Yeah.
Bosco, they were more aggressive. They just drove straight into Flash Vision. But TRX, they are a bit more laid back. You know, we're playing on the coastline.
Oh.
With the fate of the circle, really, really not that kind on the south side. Flash Vision, they're just all gonna drive away. This is a family trip.
Yeah, that was their chance though. TRX had only 2 players there. They could have gotten the kill there, but again, they have no information, right? But yeah, again, they are claiming for that one more point to get themselves towards 100. But as it stands though, they are still a little bit short. But hopefully they'll be finding some enemies very, very soon where they can maybe win that engagement, because we have seen a lot of this engagement so far. We just took a 4v4 with their loss. AGMT though on the horizon might be in a fight here as FV are running on towards them.
Oh, Saitama with the long range shot to Ninja now. And
Run him over!
Run him
Yay! 100 kills!
At least they didn't fall in the same pit as PPG. Heavy, finally from that 1 kill, that's all they needed to get themselves up there. Now 8GMT are gunning for him as well, as they lost Ninja here. But looks like 8GMT will not go in for this fight. They are still very happy where they are, and Evie will get out of that scot-free with that 1 kill. It actually was just enough.
This is enough, but now PPG, they escaped the jaws of the tiger, but they now are going to run into the Dingoes, who is arguably one of the more aggressive team. Putri trying to challenge Bravo, so this is going to be pretty intense. Now Putri is one of the more proficient fraggers on the side, or PPG alongside Baby Bell, but now Putri has a lot on her shoulders. You gotta take out Bravo though, but she only has a 3 to work with. Does pick a head out to tag Bravo, so both of these players, they are running low, but PPG, Putri is not gonna be able to withstand the cover fire from Sans and Dingoes. Here we go, here they come.
Yep, and San actually managed to move way behind and managed to get a flank onto Putri. So Putri surrounded in all corners. No way she's going to get out of there.
Why was she alone though?
Yeah, again, so
Both of
Putri
them.
was alone, and earlier it was
Tiara.
Tiara was alone. So this is, yeah, it's confusing for me.
This is the common. This is them all over again. Like I feel like they need to really at this point they need to find a spot to just call home, right? You gotta establish your territory. You need, when other teams look at you, they need to say, okay, this is where PPG is gonna constantly drop. We don't want to contest them. Let's go somewhere else. But it has not been the case so far. PPG are still nomads on almost across every map.
Yeah, things are not looking so bright for PPG though. I'm not going to try to burn them as much. I think we have already done that to the best extent. But yeah, again, PPG, I would love to see them getting into fights very early on, but winning those fights. Especially with splitting the 2-1-1, I don't think it's working out in their favor. Especially on Vikendi though. We saw them before this. They played kind of closer to each other, but as it stands, you can catch your PMPL loot by keying in that code. Z-Firminen. Did I get that right? Did I get that right? I was trying to do the cloud.
That was a good attempt.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And of course, don't forget to like and follow PUBG Mobile Esports Malaysia as well while you're at it. And hopefully you get your permanent sets there. But then again, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We can see 3 teams locked onto each other. V-Star Experts having that high ground onto the side of Steel Hearts, who's actually playing with... Oh, they're playing with all 4 members now.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to Lorenzo in that previous round. But no, the past is the past. Steel Hearts still managed to make it, I think, to top 5.
Oh, El Clasico!
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Oh.
Nate flies out, Fredo on the side. He's going to be the first one to pick through, so he will see Matoy, Yuhai, and iShots. They are all waiting for Fredo to peek his head out. Drax might take a nade. He does get tagged a bit again, because Fredo runs in front. Yuhai from the high ground. This might be a huge flank for Team Secret. Yuhai just gotta be confident and push forward, but Fredo and the rest of Yudu, they're coming in from the left side.
Yeah, they're coming in hard here for the side of TS. They know where Yudu is at. They know that they are underneath them. TS has the advantage here. They are above. They should be able to flank around as well. As you can see now, he's going to get a little bit of a vantage point point here, but they are still underneath this rock formation. There's no way for them to get above. And as it stands, TS is raining on towards them.
Oh, but Yudugan, they don't want to back out this. They want to take this fight. We can see here that Ainaoki pops out the smoke together with Jumper right in the forefront, but they do have a vehicle. If they make that escape right now, it's not good because Team Secret can still gun them down. But check this out, Naoki taking a lot of risks here trying to make that run away, but can they get away right now? We need to wait and see.
The cover of the smoke was actually perfect, so Naoki was able to drive and gain some distance. That might set up a flank for Yudu Gang, but they have to get past Team Secret, so
no.
only one Giant will emerge alive, and Yuhai now on top. Naoki managed to flank to the back, but there is the flank watch from Team Secret. They saw this coming. They were ready for this, so Naoki, he has a huge task on his shoulders. He needs to take out the flank watch.
Yeah, look at this. Yuhai is right above them. He's just waiting for them to kind of appear a little bit more. As you can see, Drax is hidden onto that formation as well as Fredo as well beside the car, just buying a little bit more time to try and push or try and lure TS out of the comfort zone, try to take this fight, and then you do try to swarm them. But as it stands, both of them not budging at all, not giving any space to their opponents. They are just smack right there.
That's how much the circle loves the El Clasico. It gives them more time to actually fight each other. But look at this, Naoki with the long range shot from the side. But then again, didn't manage to get the knockdown. Rex is still taking care of Naoki. If he shows himself, he could be gunned down by Rex.
Yeah, and Rex and Naoki, both teams are going to trade one body as iShot's going to take out Drax, but Drax will also, I believe, down Matoy. And now here comes Rex. Coming from He finds Naoki, and that is the flank watch that Team Secrets need. Now Yudu Gang, they are severely crippled. Matoy has been revived. Yudu Gang, they are down to 2 members.
Yeah, you look at Jumper though, he's so scared, he can't really take this fight. Yuhai is right
Yuhai?
above them. He has the vantage point, they can't really run away from this formation. Once they run out, they are out in the open and Yuhai can just spray them down. Now he's taking painkillers as well, budging a little bit, turning towards the left side. Now Matoy joins him as well. Look at
and
the
the
both on the
rush
jump
for
down.
Yuhai!
Jumper gets dropped. The rest of Yudu are trying to scramble back to his position. Red get 1 kill onto Yuhai. A 3 victories so far. Jumper still hidden in that formation. Matoy gets dropped by Drax. I shot on the backline. We'll have to hold on, but Fredo is right in front of him.
Oh, everyone here is
Here comes the nade.
But then the nade will be tossed out.
It's a huge nade.
What a huge nade there. We can see that Fredo have been knocked down. That's why iShot is still covering from the other side.
Drax is the only one left alive for Yudu Gang. He does the iShot. Drax downs iShots. 1 versus 1 between Team Secret and Yudu Gang. But Drax is going to go for the alternative. He's going to secure those points first. And then he's going to take his time to bring Fredo back to life with that man advantage.
Oh, we can see here, looks like the revive comes out of Drax, and now Drax doing the same thing out to Mata. They will be back 2-on-2.
That this is the problem though. Drax has to kind of push in here, but there's no angle to do so. As you can see, Yuhai is up above everybody else right now. He has a vantage point. Can he take this kill though? Naoki has been finished off as well. Drax is there, will be able to revive Fredo. Fredo has been healed up as well. Yuhai still at the spot where he was before. Now he sees Drax going for the spray down, will not connect. Just instead, still very much alive here, Drax.
Yeah, Drax managed to escape with his life, but now suddenly Team Secret, they have the man advantage. It's going to be a 2 versus 3. Drax managed to clutch these 2 members. Rex has been down again. Fredo and Drax, they are the 2 members of Yudu Gang that really know how to clutch in moments like this. They don't really need Jumper all the time because they can sustain themselves back to a 2 versus 2. But again, if you don't confirm the kills on the Team Secret, this is going to keep happening. Rex again brought back up, and Team Secret, this time, they are going on the offensive.
Oh, they're going for the flags, and we can see Matoy leading the charge, trying to go for the flag, wrap around behind them, but then again, the vehicle is starting to be taken by Yudu Gang. They were trying to make the run away. Drax happened down there. Now Fredo need to get away from him, but Fredo waving at the Yuhai. It's so
Oh no!
And there you go. El Clasico goes to Team Secret.
Fredo ran in the mouth of Team Secret. Team Secret was waiting for them. What the heck just happened? Yuhai was up above them. They had no vantage point. They had no place to play with. They were hiding inside the stands. There was no way for them to go out. They got into the vehicle, but they got sprayed as well. As I said, that Yuhai was on top of the hill. There was no way for them to get out of there.
And it all started when Naoki got taken out by Rex. These 2, Rex and Naoki, whoever gets taken out is going to pose a huge disadvantage for the team for the rest of the skirmish. And in that circumstance, it was Naoki. He got knocked out by Rex. Jumper was knocked out as well. And the worst thing is Yudu Gang have no way to revive those 2 members. So they have to bow out in last. And unfortunately, they only bow out with 1 point. That 1 point onto iShot. So tough loss for Yudu Gang.
I gotta look back at the list of the winners just to make sure that Yudu didn't pick up any win throughout the whole day.
No, the 20, it's been 25 rounds.
And he's counting there.
Yeah, he's counting there
I'm
because
counting that.
you did say right earlier you thought that we might pick up one winner, but again, getting close.
I've been saying since the start of the week. That,
Yeah.
that is the problem,
That's
right? That is the problem.
That has to be biting you a little bit inside, right?
Maybe,
oh my god.
maybe Husky has this caster's curse right now.
Yeah.
Now he's on Yuduga inside, and now Yuduga is just not getting the chicken dinner. But I must say, for the record, that fight was probably the most revives in a single fight we have seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They went back and forth reviving.
Yeah, and when you pit two of the best teams in the league together, there can only be one winner, right? You can't really fault Yudu Gang for that. It was just how it is. They ran into each other. Also, a part of it was because of the circle that was surrounding Cosmodrome. But Boss School, they have all 4 members alive. They're looking at Dingles right now as Steel Hearts will be having their scopes eyeing on V-Star Expert.
Yeah, where Wistar is getting shot here as Superman sprays them down. Wistar will be able to get out of that scot-free as it stands. Seahart is underneath, Adi is underneath him as well, so they are providing a lot of suppressing fire towards the start, towards the faces of Wistar. But right now, Wistar does not want to take the fight. They are hiding inside the chat. You will be able to be safe for the meantime. But TS, Team Secret, has just make way in towards the circle. They have a little bit of an area to play with so far. But yeah, they're gonna get into the circle. I think from the southern side. Not a little bit unsure now.
I mean, the best chance to take out Secret was probably Yudu Gang, and now that option has been eliminated. It's not to say that the other teams don't have a chance, but when you put these two teams together, it's kind of like the closest cage fight that you can get. But Team Secret, they now have to rotate away from Mount Kresnik into the circle where Damansara Esports are guarding. This is going to be another challenge for Team Secret to go through with only 3 members left.
Yep, we can see here 8 GMT as well. They are guarding the borders where TRX may pass by them, so 8 GMT have an opportunity to actually gun them down. We need to wait and see what happens. PPG, they should have an easy access into the safe zone for now, but it's just so clustered within, and if it ends up in Cosmodrome, this is a compound that's actually multi-level, and I've seen a lot of these Cosmodrome endings. If it does end there, it's always a healing game.
Yeah, you are totally right. Back towards Steel Hearts and of course NRL. NRL are one of our biggest winners throughout the weekend as well. They performed better as the week progressed, and now we see them as well. They have 4 strong along with Steel Hearts as well. TRX across the road from 8GMT. For now, it looks like 8GMT does not want to take this fight, but TRX are in formation that they want to take this fight because Kim is already trying to flank around them. TRX has 3 men strong in front of the side of 8GMT. So where is TRX Kim going to head on towards?
Yeah, TRX, they are one of the teams that love to go for these flanks. So 2-2 formation with Fox Motion alongside Janik, and Ziso will stick together with Kim. Actually, they're all joining together, so this is going to be a 2-man rotation. TRX wants to go around the perimeter because the circle is heavily guarded by 8GMT. Maybe they don't have the intention to take on 8GMT just yet, as 8GMT did fire the warning shot when TRX tried to pass the borders, but they have PPG to deal with, who are in shelter underneath that villa.
Oh, and we can see here the circle actually still goes towards the side of Cosmodrome, and this will mean that these teams actually on the side of Coal Mine, they will need to cross over. So this is the choking point here. That will be the bridge. So it's currently being guarded by Steel Hearts. Not good news for at least 3 teams on the other side.
Yeah, we got to say, EVOS already got themselves inside the circle, right? They have the advantage here. They can just keep all these teams from coming in, or they can just go into a more defensive position, not take any fights, just play towards a position, towards getting ourselves up in the charts as well. So yeah, kind of curious to see where EVOS takes it, but as it stands, it looks like TS is coming in from behind Damansara Esports, but they have already lost 1 more player along the way. So TS a little bit not off angle, but under-equipped. But Damansara Esports are actually getting themselves towards Cosmodrome as well, so they will not be meeting TS anytime soon.
Yeah, that's a free entry, right? And it's pretty much expected for Team Secret. The moment you see the trajectory of where they're heading towards, they are bound to run into Damansara Esports. So only losing Rex, I would say that's a blessing in disguise. They would have lost more, but Team Secret, we've seen them pull off this miracle runs. Perhaps towards the later stages of the circle, we might see that again. But TRX right now, tanking the blue, they gotta find a way down.
They gotta find a way down, but then again, it's not going to be easy. This is his Steelheart. They were gatekeeping here. The nade will be tossed out by Zral, and we can see a couple of teams actually passing by Steelheart, but at the same time, Steelheart putting a lot of pressure onto these teams, and we can see here coming into the compound, Restart Expert. One siege down Steelheart.
They're trying to hold the fort here, but Steelheart's trying to push in as well. Restart are getting pushed back. Steelheart's trying to take the advantage here. They're trying to push in very, very slowly as Romeo tries to flank around, but he gets nailed for trouble by Supermal, the nade extraordinaire. Now they're going to go in for some more. He's actually behind the wall. But he gets attacked. Instead, Superlan gets the frag. And the second of Superlan bringing the team back onto winning ways, but no, they're going to lose a lot of them on the way.
Lorenzo managed to get a knockdown. Lorenzo with a lasting out. Oh my goodness, that was a crazy siege.
Oh, and Steelheart, they came so close. V-Star Expert, they get knocked out, but Steelheart, they live to tell the tale. They live to fight another day, and PPG bow out at the same time off screen. They finally get eliminated, but that was a close fight. Steelheart, with guts of steel, they rush in for to overtake the compound. But V-Star Expert, they did make Steelhearts work for it.
Yeah, getting 2 kills as well from Superland. Right? As soon as they walked through the angle, they sprayed both of the players down. So it was really, really close. But yeah, Steelheart coming out on top. But as it stands, so we are looking at the loot crate. But are you giving me any code for me to mumble?
2 airdrops.
Come on, give me something to mumble. Keeper under fire right now from Damansara Esports. They might be going in for this kill, but Damansara Esports seems that they want to play towards the edge of the circle. They're not going to go in too fast. And they're going to make sure in front of them is clear.
Yep, we can see at Damansara Esports, they managed to get into the compound, Cosmodrome, but right smack in the middle of the compound is the Dingoes, waiting for anyone who wants to come in. We can see Gigfam, they want to come in as well, but they're on the other side of the road. Now, let's put our focus on the bottom side, the southern side here, 8GMT. They want to come into Damansara Esports, but they get Jerome, he's super low right now.
And here we go, 8GMT, they might have to do this with only 2 members, and Echon's going to make sure that 8GMT, they're severely crippled. Shao managing to drive to cover, but that means his position has been completely revealed. Ziggs also has the nade cooked. If that tosses it out, you might be able to take out Shao, but Shao was able to recover. Jerome, though, is bleeding out, so AGMT have to do this with only 2 members, and with Damansara guarding both entrances.
Yeah, Damansara Esports had the advantage. It looks like 6-1 to go behind the player. Should be able to do so, but here's Eclipse outside of the door. Just doesn't know where to hit one first to get the better angle. Now he's going to open the door as well. They know where he's at. Going to throw a couple of nades in, I think, but Shao still hiding behind those walls. Zig can go around them, but he doesn't have the information right now.
Oh, we can see here Ziggs. Yes, he doesn't have the information, but look at this. The door have been blown apart, and we can see here Ziggs wanted to toss a nade, but that nade shouldn't hit anybody. But look at this. Actually, Mos Goku went for the flags, and Jerome will be knocked down.
Zig going in from behind as well. Mos Goku drops to the 2nd floor. They should be good to go here, but NSP is in from the sides as well. They have control over 8GMT, but they're not going in for the kill just yet. Now they're going to go in as 8GMT Xiao will be finished off as well. And it stands. Damansara Esports still have 4 players still alive here. Eclipse on the side. Eclipse sees them, but all 3 of them, all 3 of them rushing together. Damansara Esports comes out on top.
Yeah, but AGMT, there's nothing much that they can do, but now Flash Vader is going to go up against Exis, NRL, MPX, X-Arm is still alive. Saitama on the ground, but he's going to get his teammates back up first. So 420 will be revived. Saitama is going to be next. Exis, NRL, though, they only have Leto to work with. So this is going to be a slight advantage for Flash Vision. Can they get through Exis?
Oh man, Axis only have 2 team members left at this point. We can see a Flash Vision. They lost Zack in the process into this compound. As we can see Arm reviving his teammate. Now they are resetting themselves, but then in the next zone may move away from them. They need to be prepared for that. But oh, what happened to this?
Oh, the Dingoes.
Secret, they are out.
Yeah, Dingoes bit them and took them out. So unfortunately, Team Secret, they had a great start, but the circle is just not kind to them.
Yeah, I think they've done enough, right? They took out Yudu as well. So I think that's a big feat in its own. But as he said, it looks like FV is still fighting against NRL here. NRL is still hiding towards those compounds. But for the meantime, Arm's going to try and lurch out from the bigger angle. The net actually clips on FV. FV gets dropped. Arm wants to go in for the fight. The rest of FV joining him as well. But Ledo on the side. He has to be careful here. But Arm gets dropped. Ledo still survives here. But Saitama going to come in from behind. And jump outside the window. Gets the kill up on Ledo as well. Nicely done from the side of FV.
Nice job for FV. And now we have Boss Crew here. They are sieging out 1 by 1. But look at this. Damroot is still there. He sees Damroot's back. He knows where he is, just inside of the house. But then again, they're not sieging now. See, reloading his Uzi, and now they're going for the run in. Damroot is backing up, but again, it's just too much for Damroot to handle. He's out of this.
Yep, Damroot sent back into the ground in the kitchen, and now Steelheart, they're driving straight into AKA off of the momentum just now. They survive V-Star Experts, and they're gonna survive AKA. MQD is ready down. Woolsey not pretty healthy, but it's Kitchup. He has the flank position. He might be able to get a couple of members from Steelheart, as Luyo is going to rotate far away to gain some distance from the rest of Steelheart. And Steelheart, with so in the smoke, it's going to slow down their progress.
Yeah, AKA is still kind of clustered up. ST has the advantage that they are outside of those places, so it means that AKA cannot really jump out. Luyo is there to provide support as well towards Kitchup, but Superman is holding the line along with Ade, along with another player from the side of Seahawks right behind them. They are holding the line, and AKA has nowhere to move. If they go out, they're going to get slithered here.
Now they're running out.
They're
Kick
running
up.
out right now, and now they see here the jump shot here. Ade now super low, and now Wongse will try to find Tanya and the jump shot. Whoa! Wongse! There you go, ladies and gentlemen. He is in the house, but again, so Tanya Ade is super low. That exploded inside, so Zhao is still alive here. This is amazing from Stillheart.
Yeah, Steelheart Zhao, the Wonder Boy. This is his time to shine again. You gotta celebrate Super Mao's birthday by taking out AKA, but AKA has 2 members to work with. So Zhao, he needs to find a way. He's so far away from the rest of his team. I think this is gonna be a 1 versus 4 as AKA, they are all back on their feet.
Yeah, there's nothing that Zra can actually do here. If he takes this fight, he might be slaughtered. But he wants to try to save Superman, and of course Lorenzo behind him. But the problem is, if once he gets towards that area, AKA are gonna just slaughter them once they entry. So I'm not too sure what they're gonna do in this situation. Again, AKA has the man advantage. They are 4 players strong.
But look at this, after all that, AK still maintain all for their team members. It is just insane play from AKA. Their survivability is just shown there. And now EVOS VIP as well, coming in from the north, still maintaining all for their team members. They'll be biting themselves if they don't get this chicken dinner.
Yeah, EVO's VIP, they had the easiest entry from the northern side into Cosmodrome in the circle, so they definitely have the most advantage right now over all the other teams. As Steelheart, they finally bow out as AKA finds the route. But look at the circle, it's only Flash Vision and EVO's VIP closest to it. TRX, they're trying to come in, but EVO's VIP has their crosshair on TRX.
Yeah, look at that, Boss Asfa and Nga both trying to get into the circle, but they really can't do this because Boss is in front of them. But it looks like back to TRX. Okay, back to TRX. Ziso here. See, holding the line will be able to hold this because Boss really don't want to push this. They want to get themselves into a circle, but they don't see TRX. How is that? Straight out to the front will not connect, but Motion does get this vehicle does get exploded. They're still surviving behind the vehicles. Ziso pushing in very, very slowly. The rest of Dingos is behind them as well, but TRX, they can win this fight against Bosco.
Ziso, it's just too much for Ziso to handle. The moment Bosco shows themselves, Ziso is out of this. But then again, the good news, the rest of team members of TRX, they managed to get themselves into the circle at this point, and now they will need to hang on to this and hold up Bosco.
And this is TRX's turn to gatekeep Bosco as Alpha is now going to get shot from behind. Mos Goku also gets dropped as well as Damansara. They're not taking this easy. They're not taking this lightly. Janning has the vision, but here comes EVO's VIP going for the mop-up. 420 does find one. Saitama finds Aiko as well. Maybe EVO's VIP botched it, but they might have the chance. 420 gets shot through the smoke and Flash Vision. They finally bow out.
This is better from EVOS VIP. We see them at least on the top 6 as well. They got under 7 towards the circle. They should be good to go. But as he said, Damansara Esports in a lot of heavy fire against Dingos as well. As you can see, Dingos are trying to push into the circle. Damansara Esports is in front of them, leaning towards the circle as well. So they have to fight each other in a very peculiar position. As you can see, AKA coming in from the west as well. EVOS has free range towards the circle. TRX is still fighting with Bosco, and Bosco still trying to push in.
And now the focus will be either on TRX or here we go. Janix making a knockdown, but it's too much for Janix to handle. Takes out him, and you can see here, Kim is still alive here. Kim for the Starman for TRX. Can he clutch out for his team?
Yeah, and Bosco, they're under heavy fire, not just from TRX, but I believe also from EVO's VIP. So now, Bosco, they need to worry about 2 different teams. Kim, he is just going to be breathing beside the rest of Bosco. Nga is right there, but if he picks his head out, this might be the end of Bosco. Z is too far away to be revived. Nga, now he finally tried to take the risk. Kim is behind the wall. Where's the pre-fire? Kim with the spray! But it's going to be EVO's VIP to take it home as they are going to wipe out Bosco.
Bosco can't catch a break at all, but it looks like EVOS still on the hunt. They're looking for more kills. NSP in the sights of Heiko, but he doesn't want to go in for the kill just yet.
Oh no,
this on the sides as well. This circle is insane. It's up towards AKA and of course EVO's VIP. They have a chance here. They have a slither of a chance, but can they make it?
Can they make it? Indeed, they still have all 4 their team members. AG is right below them at this point, but AG has nowhere to go. He will need to just look at it. It's such an open position. No one has cover, and EVO's VIP has everything.
Yeah, this is the Gladiator Arena, a perfect finish for the Super Saturday. And EVO's VIP, they are the VIP of this circle in Cosmodrome on the southern side with so much room to work with. They only have 3 more teams to worry about. Damansara Esports, Yi Chongdao, only Zix is left arrive. AG on the low ground, they don't have to worry about him, and TRX working with only Kim.
Yeah, it's exactly that. 4v1, v1, v1. EVOS VIP finally have everything working towards them. The stars are aligning, but can they get the finish as EG is trying to hide away? Sam's shooting through, but Kim is taking the opportunity to shoot back. But Kim right now has to find out. Yeah, as well be dropped in force. It's still Damansara Esports for them to fight with, and Dingo's Eye underneath them.
Pretty much the only one that can stop EVOS VIP, it was Kim. If he can go for the flags, he can probably get 2 knocks. But then again, his position was compromised. And now Ziggs will just take out the blue and he will give himself to the blue. That's for sure. And there you go. Ziggs is out of this. And it is now time for EVOS VIP to claim that chicken dinner. That's for sure. AG waiting behind. But then again, AG is just stalling time.
Yeah, this is going to be the second chicken dinner for EVOS VIP and has long overdue. They get it. They get it. They take it home.
Finally, they take care of fans of EVOS VIP as you waited for this moment. They have been struggling so much in the past couple of days and finally they got that chicken dinner on the board. Congratulations to EVOS VIP.
Yeah, this cements them as a contender as well, right? Getting themselves a chicken dinner in the second week. They perfect up.